What's up, guys?
What's going
We
on,
are
everybody?
live.
Whoop,
What's
whoop.
happening?
We here.
Yeah. All right, so this is our maiden voyage. So, let's see. I was telling Casey to make sure we're going on audio
we're
issues.
good.
Maiden voyage. So help us with any technical issues. We're working stuff out as we go.
Yep.
So mainly audio is the main thing we're concerned about right now.
Yep.
We're going to always keep improving visuals and set and all that kind of stuff. But
As long as you can hear us and understand us, we're
as long as you can hear us,
pretty well.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So we're going to be up here for a little while, seeing how things go, talking about a lot of different things.
Yep.
But I'm Jalen,
I'm Zell.
and this is our live stream. We don't have a name. Well, we've got some ideas, but we'll see how this goes.
It's
so
Barnes Bros Live.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
if
know.
I get high, I will take this. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so we're here. So if you're watching this and you saw the videos that are already been uploaded to the channel, you're aware that Barnes Bros are back.
We back.
And to any of our new subscribers, you are like, who are the Barnes Bros?
Look at these guys.
Where you guys come back from? We were the internet's YouTube's from the past of YouTube.
Yeah.
Best kept secret. We were those guys. There's an alternate universe where we're like the biggest YouTube stars. We went viral and we were like legendary.
Yeah.
We came up in the era of like Niga Higa, Wong
Wong
Fu.
Fu.
What was the guy who did all the
Oh, man.
the cool effects? He was also an Asian dude. What was his name?
you talking about because he still does stuff.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name right now. He
But
does
back
some Final
then, back
Cut.
when Smosh was still kind of like, whatever, like kind of new, not new, but they were kind of, everybody got started. We were in the old days of YouTube.
Yeah.
Like 2012, 2013 days of YouTube.
We were in that OG era. We weren't on that level as big as them, but we were in that era.
But that's
of
the
content
era we were
creators.
in, and it just never came to fruition where we were trying to get it to. And life happened, You went to college, I got married, you got married.
Yeah.
Life went on, and so Barnes Bros TV was the name of the channel. Just stopped.
Yeah.
It was like we didn't stop it. Like we never said goodbye.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever intentionally meant to stop.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't ever remember a conversation that we had that was like, "Okay, we are done."
Yeah.
It just kind of happened, and then I think like you said, we went and kind of started going into slightly different directions. And it just kind of like happened.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
And you stayed in a little bit more in content creation.
Yeah.
Well, technically we both did because me
We
and my wife
both did,
Casey
yeah.
have been doing stuff for years. So we both were in separate ways.
We just went to different corners of the internet.
Exactly.
I went more like production,
Yeah.
freelance, filmmaker, and indie filmmaker route. And you guys did, we're doing marriage, podcast. I mean, you guys still doing it. But
Yeah.
I'm saying that's the directions you guys went in.
Yeah,
I keep
but,
knocking my mic. I need to calm down.
We're going to move forward a little bit.
Yeah,
And my earpiece fell out. Anyway, if you're watching, comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Where in the world? Drop me a country, a city, something like that, so we know where you're watching
So we
from.
got some comments already.
Yeah. So comments. Why don't you have the thing logged in?
You know what?
Because we could be looking at it right
I
there.
forgot to do that.
Don't worry about that. It'll take too
too
long.
late
Yeah.
It's too late. My bad.
Unless you pull up YouTube separate, but we might want to still be
Yeah,
able
I
to see
could do
this.
that. No, well, I guess we don't really need to see this. I have the stream deck set up.
I mean, if something goes wrong, someone leave a comment. But shout out to who's in the comments right now. We have Jonathan Barnes 1104, who happens to be our dad, saying they're back. Thank you for being here. And we have also Michaela Barnes.
That's funny.
Saying the room over. That is Denzel's wife. So
She's in the living room.
yeah, let us know the quality of the stream. I'm seeing
Yeah.
YouTube saying that it's like
Which is weird. 'cause
not smooth, like it's poor quality.
OBS
So
says we're good.
yeah, everything OBS says we're good. No drop frames. So let us know. And you got
Yeah,
mad
yeah.
bit rate going. If like you're not getting all the frames and all that
Watch
stuff.
Casey said from
Yeah,
watch
because
what
you
house
got
you left
dang,
me
you got
at.
60 frames per second. You got us with the high frame rate stuff going on here.
Should not that be that high?
Well, I'm gonna you at 30 frames.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have that like super fast. Like,
Oh, dang. Well, I don't know though, because the camera is only at 30 frames, so I don't know.
all right, we'll see how it goes.
I'm not the,
anyway.
I'm not
But I
the
mean, the bit rate
most
looks
stream.
good. So let us know if the visual quality is off. Let's see. My wife
Chess is-
Casey saying watch it from the house left or right and all that. So we got family in the house tonight.
That's
but if you're,
hilarious.
but yeah, if you're jumping in, even if you're coming in after this has been uploaded,
Yeah, leave a comment. Let us know.
Leave a comment that you went back and watched.
We want to know.
All right.
All right, so we're getting some that it looks good. So
yeah.
I don't know why that screen is saying that.
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube can be funky that way sometimes.
But if you guys say it looks good,
if
then
anything happens, just let us know.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, let's hop into some of our topics for the day. We got a full schedule.
Yeah.
Let's start with the comeback. Let's start with the Broncos. Well,
Yeah.
maybe we should talk about what led us to coming back.
Okay. So all right, yeah. Which is funny because it literally kind of just happened.
Yeah.
So I was talking to my mom about it actually, our mom about it, And it's funny because I was like, yeah, the way that the script is, I mean, the way that the skit we did portrays it is as if I was really trying to push for it. Like, we got this comment, I'm like, we should do it, and then you were like, no. When I said, actually, in reality, I said I was an exaggerated version. In reality, it was kind of reverse.
Yeah.
Jalen actually had a while ago mentioned something we were talking about. We having one of our deep conversations about when we start getting into spiritual things and talking about the Lord and stuff like that. He's like, just talking about different things. And he's like, well, what would you think of ever going back to doing face rocking and Barnes Bros again? I was like, I don't know, man. I mean, I was like, I thought we're done with that. I'm going in this direction. I'm doing this stuff now. You guys are doing your thing. You're in the corporate arena. I'm like, I don't know. And then the second time it came up, I don't even know what started that conversation. You said something, and the next thing I knew, we were talking about doing Barnes Bros again.
So we had that conversation we were in your car at the time, and I think me and Casey had talked about it first.
Okay.
Actually, what really might have been that time I showed up on your set. You were shooting something here.
Oh, I was shooting
and
yeah.
I think over the years, every now and then, me and Casey would have a conversation. Casey's my wife, anyone that doesn't know us. And we had conversations over the years, and it would just be like, little things. And I think we had a conversation around the time we were doing that. And Casey said I was praying.
Yeah, I was praying.
She was always saying, I think one day, she would say it to you too, like one day Barnes Bros will come back, y'all do it again.
Like,
I think Mama would say that sometimes too.
No, Mama too.
But I was like, okay, I never really thought much of it, because I had one completely different way in a corporate route. I was doing something completely different, guys. Like, not even related to the entertainment. Me and my wife still had a YouTube channel, but that was about as much content creation as I was doing. And but
I guess stuff for church too.
Yeah, but around that time, I was like, when you were working on that project, and I just showed up on your set and everything, there was something in me that was like, I think that your best stuff that you do creatively is always with me. Mm-hmm. Like I felt like, I think you need me, like and like that. And so that was that. And so it still hadn't been the Barnes Bros that I was thinking about getting back to, but just like, what if there was a way that I could, help facilitate the things you want to do, and my parts are going to be hands off. I'll be doing my own thing.
Yeah.
But and I was like, So, and then it went on, and then I went through some different things this year, and then I was thinking back on some things, and then I had a conversation with you in the car, and I was like, at that point, I still don't know what I saw completely, but I think I was ready to do Barnes Bros again in some fashion.
Yeah.
And so I brought up to you to say, okay, what do you think about this? Like, what would you see? Just wanted to feel you out, and you were like, you weren't sure that was behind us, but we talked, and by the end of that conversation, I felt like you had a different perspective on it than before we started talking. And then after that, what conversation? I came over to the house, and we actually like ironed some stuff out. Like, how do we get started?
Mm-hmm,
I felt there was another conversation in between there.
There was. I don't remember that one, because I remember we were talking, and we kind of tossed it around, and it was kind of like I remember talking at our parents' house.
No. That was already.
We had already.
That was after the other conversation. The other conversation we was on FaceTime.
Oh,
remember?
Yes.
Because we were talking about something entirely different.
That's right.
But before that conversation ended,
yeah,
we started talking about it, and that one was emotional. Like, got teary-eyed, all that kind of stuff. And that conversation was the one. I think we walked away from that like, okay, we're going to do this.
You're right, because I remember we were talking about it and talking about how some of my issues I had, not necessarily issues, but like, I had kind of resolved myself that I did at some point had also decided I kind of like wanted to get out of the entertainment industry. And then I made a decision, no, I'm here. This is what God called me to do. I'm going to do this. And basically I kind of was picking up the pieces of what we both were trying to build together. And this was like, all right, I'm going to just do this. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to do it. And it took me a long time to get over the fact that I could do it by myself.
Yeah.
For the longest time I said I couldn't even do anything. I wouldn't even try. So the one positive is that I did develop a lot.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot. But I will say that when you brought it up, I was like, I resolved in myself that it was over.
Yeah.
Like, because I was like, he's not coming back to this.
Yeah.
Because you literally did not seem like you were
I wasn't for a long time.
Any way even interested in it. So I had took my hat. So I would make comments earlier on, like, oh, maybe we could, something like that. I had just stopped doing that altogether. I have resolved myself. Jalen's done. And I respected that. I'm like, I'm not going to force him. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do my best. I was just like, but when you brought it up, it was like, dang, we can do this together again. Like, when you were like, I'm interested, it was funny because it wasn't a hard sell once you realized you were serious. I said, "Oh, he's serious about wanting to do this," and I was like, "Well, then heck yeah, drop everything." I'm just like, let's do this because I do believe that we do better together.
Yeah.
And even I've done some cool things since we've been separated, but you know, it really wasn't fulfilling all the way for. We got a bunch of
y'all each other's missing piece.
well, you know, I mean, we're brothers, obviously, but the Lord, you know, really did put us together. We always believe. So I guess we can talk about that stuff more down the line too. But yeah, so I guess that's like the rough, the quick and how we
because I was going to keep, like, I was planning on having conversations with you little by little.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I had that first conversation with you that kind of changed perspective. I was like, all right. And I said, let's have a day we can get together and talk more.
Yeah.
And then we talked on FaceTime, and then we said, okay, yeah, let's have that meeting. And then when we had that meeting at your house, then that's when we started ironing things out. Like, we had a schedule out. Let's shoot this. Let's go. Let's make this happen.
And we've been cooking.
Yeah, it's in. So, you know, we have a plan. There's a lot of rough pieces as far as like how and what direction we're execute it. So we're kind of like moving pretty fast. Should ask me if he was done. Casey always gets what she wants. So, but we have a rough. I don't want to say rough plan. We have a very good plan. We know exactly what we want to do. If you say, "What's your 5-year plan, 10-year plan?" We know exactly where we're going.
Yeah.
It's just what is the fastest, most efficient way to get there, starting from day one. Usually, the day one step's a little iffy. So, the skit that you guys saw was put together very quickly. You actually wrote that script.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did, but then we also collaborated.
Yeah, we collaborated, but the idea for the skit and all that, and the structure was all Denzel, which is different because usually I wrote all the scripts back in the day. And that was something else. I don't think I maybe mentioned this to you. I'm just talking on this on live, but I think I made a decision also to not also get in the way of anything this time because I felt like the first time we did Barnes Rose, you know, I tried to, I don't say control the direction, but like I felt like at that time, whether it was based on inhibitions or whatever, like this is the best way to do this. This is the way to go. And if you had an idea that I, for any reason, wasn't 100% sure, like this is definitely going to work, I might try to steer it or bring it down a little bit or say, well, maybe we should do this instead. It's just something I felt like this. I think this will work, and we can agree on it. But this time, I was like, if you have an idea, the ideas for a skit, I was like, yep, let's go for it. Like I was like, this time, let's do it all. Like let's not hold anything back, and let me not try to talk myself out of something that could actually work. You know. And we shot it. And it was easy. Like this was actually very easy to put together. It wasn't hard at all. You know. And immediately, as always happens with us, even before when I was writing the scripts, we still would always come with the ideas together, bounce each other off like, oh, let's do this. Well, let's do this. You were like, okay, was your idea to say something about Earl? Or was it my idea to say something about Earl?
I think you locked in on Earl. I was saying we could do a bunch of different skits, but you said we can do it all with Earl. And I said, yeah, that makes sense.
And so we came with those scenarios, so that was fun. Denzel did the editing, which is also a little bit different because I did the majority of the editing.
I don't think I ever edited. I didn't edit anything.
Huh, okay.
I don't think I ever edited.
Well, you weren't really an editor then.
No, I wasn't.
I mean, you knew how to edit, but you were not an editor then. Which is
but on all the old stuff, I don't think I ever edited a single thing.
Classic Barnes Rose. And everything that we're talking about of old stuff we've done is on the channel.
Yeah.
Just about everything's on the channel. So you can go back and look at all the things we're talking about. We reference anything. So we have all these characters, all this stuff. So Denzel always did the production, whether it was the cameras, the lights, set up, all that stuff. My job was scripting and editing
and distribution because I didn't do that. I didn't post on YouTube either.
Posting on YouTube though was pretty simple back then.
Yeah, okay. Upload. Well, you're saying
now it's a little more.
It is a lot more.
It is a lot more intensive now because you got shorts, you got all these different platforms to post to. Like it took us a long time to get Instagram. I think we just had YouTube and Facebook in the beginning.
We only had those.
So now we got TikTok, now we got Instagram, all that stuff. Yeah. But now it's a little bit different because you are an editor now, and you have surpassed me in editing. Wow. I didn't know that's just factual.
You say that I've come to agree with you now, but in fairness, I have at the most practice. I started doing it professionally.
Yeah, exactly.
Full-time job.
And call it lazy. I got lazy with editing because I was also doing something else entirely that was not related to this. So anytime I was editing for my YouTube channel, Casey would get annoyed because she would want more out of it. And I'm just like, look, I only got time. I got about an hour to spend on editing on my lunch break at work. So we're doing the bare minimum, you know. So as a result, my skills just kind of declined. I didn't keep up with the softwares and all that kind of stuff. So it was what it was. So going forward, we haven't really figured out the delineation. I think we're going to do a lot of sharing responsibilities this time in a way we haven't before.
No, for sure. I mean, I think I can kind of see based off our strengths already early on. I was like, all right, how we edited and shot that flowed, and then you're doing you're killing it with the shorts and chopping that and just so
yeah.
I feel like that on you. I'm not trying to get in your way. I'm like, he has an idea for cutting shorts up, let him do it.
Yeah.
But I do think we will share. I think that's going to help because we're not going to burn each other out.
Exactly. But what I can see happening is you editing the long form stuff and me editing short form. Now, with us doing lives, that's going to help out a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. He is still going to do the production. I never helped with setting up cameras, lights. I still am not going to help with setting up cameras, lights. That is still going to be him.
Like, nah, I'm not
so
doing that.
Yeah, it's just not happening. I'm not doing that.
That's funny. We know how to flow with each other.
Exactly. So that's where we're going with that. What did Kate say? Oh no, she did the same thing from before. But anyway, so that's what we're doing now. So we've released 2 videos so far. We did the skit, the comeback skit, and we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna watch that back.
I guess we can. We were just gonna talk about it. I mean, we can watch it if we want to.
We could, or at least like call out certain things.
Okay.
So we uploaded that, and then we also uploaded a video talking about current events, Netflix, Warner Brothers stuff. So the key thing of helping us out here right now is always sharing, always liking, commenting, interacting, all that stuff. That's going to be the key point for us here. Because part of our plan is to very quickly hit the milestones to go ahead and get monetized on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we can act like the next phase of our plans and all that kind of stuff. So it's very important that we do that very quickly. So that's something that we can pull off, though, in a matter of weeks if we execute the plan properly. So that's what we're working on right now. So thank you for everyone for being involved and being with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
But yeah, so the first skit we did, we put little Easter eggs and things in there for the few people who remember us from before.
Yeah.
We had like 212 subscribers.
I think it was like 212, 213, something like that.
Once we started out, it had just been there for years because that's where we left off.
Yeah.
And everything. What's weird is even with that small number of subscribers, I felt the interaction we had with our channel was greater than. I feel like we had an outsized interaction based on the number of subscribers.
I was about to say, then you also have to consider the fact that we were on TV for a little bit as well.
Yes, we did have a short stint on television.
Which a lot of people don't know about from like this YouTube, from the YouTube world, because we actually stopped our YouTube channel.
Oh wow, yeah.
Even before we stopped doing anything, because we had an opportunity to be on a local television station in our area, and we did a whole season of face rocking for that. So that's something that that YouTube has not even seen.
Yeah, so we will. I don't know if we'll upload the full episodes. Maybe we'll just upload the skits from that, or maybe we'll. I don't know yet. But before we start reintroducing those characters to you guys, you should at least see them because we introduced some new characters.
Those we kind of were. I was looking at some of the videos the other day, and I was like, "Damn, we had some
of our best work was there.
We had some really. I think we had kind of perfected it." And then we stopped after that.
Exactly. While we were getting going. So took little detours. We're back here years later. So what's it been 8 years, I think?
Yeah, I think February will be since our last upload.
Up here, yeah.
Since we have stopped doing face rocking, that would have been season 4.
But it would have been about 9 years, actually, honestly.
So yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's where we are right now. So that's what we're doing. So today we're going to talk about a lot of different things, entertainment-based stuff. But so tune in, interact, ask questions, and again, let us know anything about quality issues that we run into.
That's it. We want it all. But I will say, so before we kind of have referenced Face Rocking, which was the flagship show for the Barnes Show. That was probably the first. That wasn't the first time we ever uploaded, but that was definitely the flagship, which introduced a lot of characters that we had. As of right now, we're not going to bring it back yet, but we will ramp up to it and make more announcements on that. But Face Rocking will eventually come back once we are finished developing it. We just want to do some different things with it, really flesh it out even more.
And it was always intensive for us to do.
Yeah,
it's even going to be probably more intensive. So we got to make sure when we start that we can keep it going.
Yeah, exactly.
And not just drop it and disappear. So
but that's why live streaming is so key now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you want to hop into? You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Let's see. I should have
opened a new one.
Yeah, I was opening a new one.
We'll pull it up. This is our first time streaming together. We both have live streamed separately.
Yeah. That's fine.
In our different contents. But
all right. Yeah, let us know. I've seen a couple of messages saying something about the encoder on OBS. So I might need to turn these video settings down, but if everything still looks okay.
Well, look, this is a stress test because depending on how long we're up here, this stress test will let us know if going at this rate for this long will work or not.
I didn't see this thumbnail. That's not like that one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the one.
There we go. Barnes was back.
All right, cool. Whoops. That's supposed to be coming out of our.
Oh, that's my fault. I told you to switch it off for me. We were testing.
Oh yeah. That's cool. All right, we're just gonna switch this over.
So put our headphones so we ain't get no feedback going. Okay.
All right, let me make sure. Okay, hold on. I'm going to swap this over.
Okay.
Picture.
All right.
You want to just play from
like I said,
from
it's
the top.
skipping a little now.
Starting to skip some.
Interesting. All right. Let's see how it does, especially doing picture in picture.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we can change anything in the middle of the stream, can we?
I don't know.
Any settings? Well, let's get through this video and just leave some comments if it's getting bad.
Okay.
And we'll see how we do.
We'll see what's up. Turn down a little bit. Oh no, I need to leave it there.
And let us know how well you can hear the audio of the video we're playing right now. If we need to turn it up or down or anything. All right, so yeah, this was Denzel's concept. this whole video.
I try to keep it simple to make it easy to do.
Yeah. Which was just the idea of you trying to log in and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. There we go. All right, we're in. All right, let me just get this recovery link in. What in the world? You know another.
She said turn it up, turn audio up.
Oh, okay. Let me pull up OBS real quick.
Yeah, she said they can't hear it. Edge ain't low. Yep.
Hey, are you seeing these comments?
Turn up.
There's over.
Turn it up a lot more.
A lot more.
Yeah. So they can't hear it. Man.
What do they say?
Well, actually, it looks like all the comments are from the same person.
Every comment is actually asking us to bring back the Barnes Bros.
It looks like they've been doing it every day since our last upload, which was 7 years ago.
That's some dedication, right?
You know,
So
the
this is
one
funny.
the plot hole in this,
dedication.
though.
What?
Which I kind of knew. I didn't really care much about it. But the one plot hole about this is how the heck did we not notice this? Like, well, I guess okay. Well, I guess the whole point is we haven't been logged in. So actually, never mind. It's not a plot hole.
Oh, that yeah. All this call, yeah.
How we not know,
No,
but
we ain't even logged in.
we
You ain't
haven't
getting
been
no
logged in. So
notification.
actually, yeah, never mind. All right,
Okay.
so we're about
But
to
look,
say.
so all right, so go back. Well, press play a little bit and then pause it next time you see me.
So what are we going to do?
What do you mean? We're not doing that. All right, so the whole concept was I'm working with the blender and I'm making something.
Yeah. Oh,
and so I think it was my idea to like I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm getting distracted, so I'm just putting random stuff in there.
Yeah, that was.
But
funny.
we also didn't want to do a whole bunch of takes and ruin a bunch of food that we had in the house. So the idea was, all right, make sure we kind of get this right kind of first time, so I was putting water in there as the last thing you saw. So as we go forward, pay attention to the things I'm putting in there because it starts making less and less sense. It's supposed to be making a smoothie here.
Yeah, Barnes Bros is done. There's nothing else left to do.
Come on.
That's a
I think
banana.
there's a
That's
lot
pretty
of cool
simple,
stuff
you
we
know.
can do. Like when we take Earl, put him into all the scenarios that we missed, like COVID.
This was so hard.
All right, so the thing that's funny about this is this came out way better than I thought it was. Like I'm fairly confident in my green screen keying abilities, but I was like, okay, we really were kind of rushing it.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right, well, I'll try to get as good as I can. The thing that really helps about this too is I grabbed this picture of this grocery store because I had to find the right angle too. So it didn't look like you just. So I was like, actually, okay, it's not too bad,
good,
and then knock it down so where it's blurry. So I was like, actually, it wasn't that bad.
No, it came out excellent. Like, it's one of the things where you don't think about like. I think people know it's a green screen, but if you're not thinking about it, you don't walk away from the skit thinking about the fact it's a green screen. You would just think, he was in the grocery store. He shot in the grocery store. You know? So
I guess the other thing we had the wardrobe malfunction here.
Yeah, so you can see the paper clip that I'm using to keep the sleeve. So I don't have the original Earl shirt. There was a particular shirt that was blue that I used whenever I played Earl. I don't have that shirt anymore. At least I don't know where it is. So I needed a shirt that fit the right way, and the only one that fit because it's got to be a little baggy to be Earl. A little loose was this shirt that takes cufflinks, and I also didn't want cufflinks because that didn't look right.
Right.
So we said let's paper clip it, and nobody will notice it. So
once you think about it, it might not be that bad for Earl.
I'm gonna get a new shirt. I'm gonna go find a shirt that fits.
Oh, and this spray bottle is supposed to be disinfected.
Yeah.
But it's just some
It's like was it?
like sunblock that my wife has in
Yeah.
there. But it was funny because after we finished shooting, 'cause we shot this in my garage. So after you left, Mikhail came out there, and then she was like, "Why does it smell like like sunscreen out here?" I was like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, we were using the little bottle to
Yeah.
spray it."
So yeah, we are in a garage right now shooting.
Yeah,
this, so
yeah.
That's what's funny. Just like George Lucas predicted.
Get our,
Yeah, George Lucas was like, "Man."
and our measuring tape. 6 feet.
Yeah, that was the measuring tape was yours.
Now we're
Yeah.
ready to be safe while shopping. Oh,
Something about playing
back, I
Earl.
say.
When I get into Earl, I'm a different person. It just,
You
it just
really
works
are.
very well. I don't see myself on looking at Earl.
It's almost creepy, but the thing that's up, I was cracking up behind
The camera, yeah.
camera. But the thing, because this is the first time you've done him, and like seriously done him in years. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been like
Nope.
that about
Casey
playing
wouldn't
around.
allow it.
Okay, she wouldn't allow it because Casey doesn't like Earl. But yeah, no, literally, I was just like, what the heck? Because it's the thing that's so wild about it is like you just became him.
Yeah.
So like, you just put like it was funny watching you because you were trying to get the voice back.
Yeah.
You have these certain lines that you
Yeah.
rehearse to get you back into the flow of Earl. And then you just started doing it. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, he's literally, it was no ramp up, get ready, get set, go. It's like you had already been prepared for this. Like let's go.
Certain characters, maybe all my characters, I don't know, but specifically Earl, his stuff is always, all the stuff has scripts, but it's always a sense of partial script thing to Earl. And I know
Yeah,
I
you-
can loosely just have what needs
You
to
ad
happen.
lib a lot with Earl.
And because it just flows naturally.
Yes.
So even when I grabbed the measuring tape, the way I was going to do it, I didn't know how I was going to do it until I grabbed a measuring tape, started doing it.
The
but it just,
physicality is
it's like whatever I
crazy.
do as Earl is just perfect. Like
Yeah.
it works every time. There's no like, it works pretty well. So I enjoy Earl for that reason. Just because he's a lot of fun to play, and I can do the most ad-lib with him.
And
It's
then
a lot of fun.
you do like, that's like a good sign of physical comedy too.
Yeah.
You do a good job with that.
Yeah, which is
when that
something that
comes
I don't think comes natural to me except when I'm playing Earl.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's funny about it is the way you describe Earl is how I feel about DeMarcus the Green, which no one has.
No, that is
you
your
hasn't
Earl,
seen,
yeah.
but that's my. I haven't played him as much as you've played Earl because we only did him used him like one time. But DeMarcus the Green, I literally became a different person. I
Yeah.
didn't even know what the heck I was
Yeah.
talking about because I was like ad libbing on it.
Maybe we should do for the full episode. We should go ahead and upload them, but we should also do a live stream just going over those
Oh,
skits. Like
those
we can
skits.
put the
Yeah,
skits
yeah.
together, get it ready. We don't have time to get them together now, but
Yeah.
and just kind of go through, talk about the characters, talk about that season
Right.
we did on TV and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that
That'd
would
be
be cool.
fun. Mikhail said we need to get that Aldi brand deal.
Yeah,
Aldi bag.
she was talking about that to me today. She was like, "Yeah, like y'all can get like brand deals and stuff like that."
Well, Michaela, go ahead and make that happen. I think that's your lane right there. Go and get us some brand deals.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, so back to the stuff I'm putting in there. Bananas is legit.
This one, all the Lord, the Holy Spirit was helping me on this one because
This was the one who was unsure how this would look. But that was perfect. That's what I saw in my head. I wanted some. That's what I kind of saw, and you pulled it
yeah.
off.
So as you can see, this is janky how he came in, obviously. But I was like trying to hide you behind when the camera gets here.
Yeah.
Like the emotion, and then he kind of comes out from behind. So it's kind of janky. But when I didn't know where I was going to fit you Earl at in this, because for one I had to resize and
Yeah.
all this stuff. The fact that I even had to laugh, like I told Michaela, I was like, yeah, I said, yeah, it was rough. And I think I kind of underestimate the fact that I know lighting and I am
Yeah.
good. So I did, because someone asked me like how'd you? I said, yeah, I didn't take no time to plan it. We just threw it up in there and just did it. Subconsciously, when we pulled it up, you showed it to me. I saw subconsciously in my brain where the light was coming from. And I didn't think too hard about it, but I was like, yeah, perfect. Like you're just like, if you look at Hawk's face in the back,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
see the light
Yes.
is here.
Yeah. You're right.
Same thing. It's going to be a little bit off, obviously, because Cap's further over here. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't be like the exact. It could have been a little bit darker. But just to say that's the direction the light's coming from.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a little like, that's
That's
a little,
fine. Yeah, you can bring
filmmaker.
that's fine. Green screen. Although again, we did not put much time.
We did
effort
not.
Into, like, it was just let's
Now,
get it done.
I was telling him, I was like, imagine if we have put a lot more time into this.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but the technology has definitely got
Oh my God, y'all! You look again. You can stuff on our channel. It might have been cheesy, graphically low.
Yeah.
But there was a whole thing we did with lightsabers.
Oh.
Rotoscoping one frame at a time. Like it took a lot more work to do very little. Nowadays,
Yeah.
I feel like current YouTubers are spoiled. Like you could just green screen, throw somebody in there. It ain't no big deal. You ain't got to cut around. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I saw this video where this dude ranting because he showed his old like Michael Jackson video. I don't know which music. It might have been. I don't know. It's one of the old Michael Jackson music videos, even before his Thriller stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, but dude was freaking out because it was like he's like, the background's not here. How did they do this in the '80s? He has some people in the comments like, this technology, I mean, green screen has been around for a minute.
Forever.
So it's like that. Yes, it is a big deal. He was freaking out because he's like, AI click one thing. How they do this? It's like
was painstaking.
frame by frame.
Yeah, exactly.
You rotoscoped it. It was possible.
Yeah.
You know, it was annoying to do.
I thank God for where we are, and I thank God for the AI and editing tools because it is crazy. Like Canva, just to be able to click and the background is gone.
disappear, yeah.
We had Photoshop. You had to dot by dot by dot. It was the most annoying thing in the world. My God.
Even this, so I used in DaVinci Resolve the magic, the AI magic. Well, it's the magic mask. So what I ended up doing is having to cut cap out so I could put you behind.
Ah, see,
And if you look close enough, you can see the edge isn't perfect. God, I didn't spend that much time trying to clean it up.
I'm disappointed in myself.
Oh, you didn't
I
catch
gotta give you
that?
props. I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't take the time to think about the fact that
That he
it's
came from
extra layers.
behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't. My God.
It's
Okay.
behind. So yeah, this layered. So there's 3 video stacks.
Oh, good job on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't know why I didn't think about that. I just took
Yeah.
for granted. Yeah, you do, yeah, but
Yeah, no, I had to
Just
put him. I had to cut
green
cap
screen
out.
is not enough. Everybody's thinking about what he just
Yeah.
said, what I just realized.
This is
Just
masked. He's masked
Green
out.
screening me, putting me on the green screen
That's the easiest
was not
part.
enough. That's only covers it partially. Once he would have brought Earl into the scene to start editing and into the editing timeline,
Yeah,
he would have been in front of everybody.
just
because
like with
you
the
can't,
Aldi.
you know, they
story
shot
thing.
that thing. It's flat now. Like
Yeah.
whatever you add is going to be on top.
Yeah.
So the only way to put Earl
end the
behind
scene.
anybody and not behind, like either Earl's going to be in front of the entire frame and in front of everybody, or he's going to be behind and you can't see him. When I mean behind, I mean like behind the whole video.
Yeah.
Because the whole video is there. If
Yeah.
if I'm saying this right. And so if I was editing this, I would have chosen a sequence or chosen a scenario where Earl's just in front. Like I would have made him very small, like coming up here and stopped it when he was still a little whatever. I would not have taken the time to do that.
Yeah.
But good on you, because that made 10 times funnier than having me just kind of walk in
Yeah,
there.
that's what makes it. Because otherwise, it goes from being cheesy to being like, oh, that's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Because you know, a lot of people will just throw somebody
Yeah.
on the green screen. Oh, that's funny, ha ha ha. And to show you the comparison over on this next shot,
Yeah.
that's all I did.
No, yeah, that's the extent of what
Yeah.
I would have been willing to do about editing this,
Yeah.
which is just because look, Earl's in front. He
Yeah.
is not interacting in any way with anybody back there. It's just
Yeah.
Earl on top of this
Yeah.
video that you download to the timeline. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And which you still got to do work for that. But I'm just saying,
You
like,
could imagine masking each person,
and that would have been very difficult because movement.
the movement too.
Yeah, and in
tracking
fact,
all
and even
that.
though Cap was still.
yeah, it still was
camera
movement.
was still
movement. That was the other part.
So it doesn't change anything because again, it's
That was the
all
hard
one
part.
thing.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. Like you don't understand what it takes. We're moving inside that. There's nothing that's just as simple as you think it is. You don't just drop something in there.
It's never that easy.
This is about as simple as you can make it, dropping something in there. But then
Yeah.
you had to have me moving.
Yeah. Because
And-
Earl isn't actually.
Yeah.
You aren't actually. I had you running in place.
Yes.
On the green screen.
Because again, we're in a
so-
garage. We're not on a field. He didn't put me out in the field and have me run. So we did have me run across the green screen. Then we did some of me running in place. And we're like, we'll see which one works. You'll see which one works better.
Yeah.
And
The one with you running across just wasn't long enough.
Okay.
That was a problem.
True. That makes sense.
I was like, crap, because the scene was like, because I was gonna have to cut it super quick, and I was like, I needed to sit there a little bit
Yeah.
longer. So that's why I said, let me just use this
And slowing
one.
it down wouldn't have worked. It had to be legit. Yeah.
And
so,
then, I guess I don't know how technical we're gonna get with this, but to show you something else, if you look, you're getting smaller in the frame. And so basically, I
it is zooming
animated
out.
it because they're like they're going further away because the camera's zooming out. So I tried to mimic the motion. So I made you get smaller to make
Yeah.
it look like the camera you're moving and they were pulling out from you.
because again, if you just left Earl sitting there, the camera of this scene is moving out.
Yeah.
But Earl would stay the same size, and then Earl would have ended up being taller than everyone.
Yeah.
So he had to use artificial zoom out just to keep Earl in line size-wise with everyone else.
Okay, stop.
So yeah, but the community time was perfect. You stopped it right at the right point. Started right. It was perfect.
That's the thing. Yeah, you get that comedic because you can hear your screaming in there.
Yeah.
And then this, so
That was
yeah.
That was good. All right, now look, pay attention. I have a cookie now.
There is
Which
no
doesn't
way
make
this is
sense.
happening.
No,
Oh,
it's
that was a
pancake.
pancake.
That was a pancake. Yeah, that was a pancake.
Yeah, pancake. That was funny.
Yeah. So that was a pancake I was adding in there. So
Different place in our lives.
I mean, the characters. Do we even have it
Mustard.
in us to do these characers anymore?
You do
these are just little things. But we've always done stuff like that.
Yeah.
Little stuff in the
Little
background.
stuff.
I don't
People
know
don't
what my
always
glasses
notice.
are for Earl. We have to create new social media accounts.
I don't even know a Twitter login. And you know that in the last 7 years, YouTube still has not upgraded.
That is
Their
legitimate.
channel banner
That's still
layout.
issues
It
with
is the
that.
worst. I'm not creating a new banner. I'm not doing that anymore.
So no, I'm sorry. It's done.
Cookie?
There's just no way. It's not happening.
Come on. I mean, what if we just did
I just want
one
to make sure
skit?
I look.
Just one. Just test it out.
I
See how
have
it
more.
goes.
I can't keep wasting
See,
food. Maybe
yeah.
I popped the popcorn for that. Casey wasn't very happy about that, but yeah.
Son, is that you?
I ate a popcorn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You want some meat?
that was funny.
how it
The good
starts,
thing was
right?
I didn't show the whole thing, so you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
But that was very funny though.
Yeah.
Just dumping all that some random stuff in there. All right, so this little JJ line, I don't know why. I just liked it so much. I just thought to me it was just the funniest thing in the world. I don't know how funny people thought it actually was, but I don't know. I wrote that. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the funniest thing ever.
That's funny. Yeah, me acting like.
But you played it. You did it how I saw it in my
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
So just one, just test it out and see how it goes.
Now, see, look, this is how it starts, right? And hold on, son, is that you? Yeah. Okay. You want something to eat?
Okay, I'll make you lunch, son. See, yeah, that's
come
JJ.
on.
He needs something
Are
to
you
eat.
being
I gotta.
Gotta come with some food. Yeah. Let me drop. I gotta. Yeah. You want? Yeah. I'm on the phone, with Zell. You're saying, Uncle Zell, please let Daddy feed me? Yeah. See,
no way you
he's
just
he's
said
hungry, man. I got
Pause real quick. So if you look at all our old skits, we do a lot of phone conversation skits. Or at least it feels that way. I know
you're right,
there's
though. I
one in
never thought about
particular
that.
that was Tuesday guy and intern where they were
Yeah.
in two different locations. And we shot an alternate skit on that.
We did.
We did a lot of stuff
Yeah,
that was pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
But anyway, so by doing that, again, you just think about it. This is basic production stuff. You just think about the fact that we're talking on the phone. At no point we're talking on the phone. Giselle's behind the camera when we're shooting the scene of me in the kitchen. Giselle's shooting this by himself at home.
Yeah.
So he has to think about or watch back, and you determine what you did. Did you have were you watching it back, or were you just knowing what was happening in the script?
Oh,
and just
while I
kinda
was
responding?
acting it
Yeah.
out, I just knew what was happening in the script.
Yeah, so
just responding.
he's not acting against me at that
Yeah.
moment. I'm not on the phone with him. So everything he's doing in response to me and like talking over me talking over him, all that kind of stuff is him just knowing what we shot and just responding in his imagination, in his
Yeah.
head to the beats of the scene, all that kind of stuff.
and it's really made in the edit.
Yeah.
It's a time of me layering certain things a certain way.
Now, I do think maybe in times past we've done stuff. We've like gone through the script back and forth with each other. Like if I'm off, if we're
Yeah.
shooting your scene, and maybe I'll like.
I think that's
feed
the
you the
normal,
line.
yeah.
And people do that
probably.
on sets and stuff
That's
like that. But in
the
this
normal way of
particular
doing
case,
it.
the crunch we were on, you just said you're going to shoot your stuff yourself. And the
Yeah.
thought crossed my mind, maybe I should help, maybe I should be there, but I felt like
Nah,
I was busy,
yeah.
so I didn't offer. And,
I know I didn't need the help, so
and,
it's
but
fine.
so you did it. So just think about that. Like Denzel here is just responding.
It's
to
in my
himself.
head. I feel like I've been doing this stuff for long enough. Like sometimes I do wonder. I probably should do it the way people say you should do it.
Yeah.
But I just have always been that way. I
Yeah.
just will. If I don't want to do something a certain way, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. I'm going to do something where I want to do it. I've just always been like
But
that.
I'll commend you on your comedic timing because you did very well, like reacting and responding in a way that just felt very natural. And
Yeah,
it was-
yeah, I
especially if you're not
appreciate that.
even watching it right now.
Yeah.
So you did a good job. Of it.
Yeah. For some reason, I just remembered well enough what we were saying. And the script was just I just could see it so clearly in my head. So
Yeah.
and maybe that's why too I wrote it. So that's probably also I understood like the beats I was trying to hit too.
Yeah.
So. In context, I want to give context on the JJ part. So JJ's 5 years old.
Yeah.
So you
That's
know,
my son, Jalen
so,
Jr..
So maybe he could say that. It was absurd to me to imagine a 5-year-old saying, "Hey, Uncle Zell, can you please let my daddy get off
yeah.
the phone so he can feed me?" Now, knowing JJ might say something like that, but I thought he would say it a different way.
Yeah.
But I'm like, so for me again, it's funny because it's like you have to know. That could be a slight plot hole there because
No one would know that. we
Yeah,
have
I didn't really say. I should have probably threw a line in there like he's 5. He didn't say that, but it was kind of funny for me. Like no, like it's still funny even without that because he really wasn't saying that. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just made it up.
No, yeah. Maybe I should post something for people who don't know who JJ is.
Yeah. What if we just write
All
the
right,
script
yeah,
and then we can
back-
just see?
back.
That's crazy, man. I just can't stop doing that, babe. All right, there's that Easter egg is there.
Yeah, that's iconic.
Is that my idea or your idea?
I don't remember.
I don't remember whose idea that was.
That may have been a mind meld moment because I don't remember.
But it's one of those things that's so unnecessary because it does not connect with
think it
anybody watching it. Really, when you think about it, you have to remember the people who remember or will now remember now that we explain it will be like, "Oh, that was pretty good." But that's more for us, if anything.
Yeah, because
Like,
people asking about it, because I think you even posted the.
I posted the clip, and
Which was good.
I mean, we
It's
could
like
go look at that
poetry.
now, but that might take some time. But maybe after
Well,
this,
that's
we'll
fine.
go.
I can pull it up. But well, yeah, we do after. But because Michaela, my wife, she wasn't around when we were doing all that stuff, but she was like, so she didn't really get it. I mean, she kind of got it, and then I was like, yeah, we were just doing a callback to that. And she's like, oh, okay, because it is one of those things where it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you'd have to really just be up on all the Barnes Bros lore.
Yeah.
But I think that one was really more for us because we were I really wanted Casey to be in this episode because Casey is also a big part of Barnes Bros.
Yeah, she's been from the beginning. She's always
She's played a lot of pivotal characters and been in a lot of stuff.
Exactly. Most people know her as Google. Casey said we need to also make sure we look at the camera more
Oh,
often. That's what people are. But Casey, this is streaming. Streamers never look at the people.
Yeah, what's good, chat? What's up, chat?
You gotta learn the lingo. Yeah, hey, chat.
Oh, shoot. Are we internet unks?
Yeah, no, we definitely are.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Oh, dang.
We definitely are. So the Easter egg, I think my dad said what Easter egg. So anyway, we'll have to show you the clip. We have to remember that after this to show you what that was referencing.
I guess I can pull it up now.
Okay, so Casey showing up in the frame and both of us yelling.
Let me see. Is this the
That'll go back to the intro, I think.
This is the
That should be. Then again, I don't know. We're gonna find out.
I think one. Let's see.
All right, can y'all still see it? And it's gonna be behind. So
All right,
let
so
me
let's
know.
see.
Let's see if that worked or not.
Just so that way I can do
No,
the
it won't
stuff
take
we'll move around.
Go to OBS and see because it's going to be a
Okay,
while.
let's see. Go to OBS.
Okay,
All right,
we're
cool.
still there.
Yeah,
good.
we're still there.
All right, yeah, he's gonna pull up the other video. So we're gonna show you what that was referencing. And I actually did release this video
Yeah, I was glad you did that. That
on
was
the
a good idea.
channel.
That was good.
For again the two people who would actually know what this is about. But it just
But it helps
I
with
was-
new viewers, though.
Yeah, but I just felt like and even the title of the video, like this was really for us. But this is something that back in the day, I probably would have said no. There's no point in doing it because it's not gonna. No one's gonna know. It's not gonna work. Mm-hmm. But I was like, you know what? Who cares?
Yeah,
It's coming back.
I agree.
You know, how many chances do we have to do something like this? And so let's just do it the way we want to do it.
Yeah.
And for me, a lot of Barnes Bros right now is going to be let's do the stuff we want. Maybe it's inside jokes for us. Maybe it's not. Everybody will catch the humor, but if we are as funny as we think we are, and if people in our lives as funny, like people will catch on, people will catch the energy. It'll be fun. Let's enjoy the ride. You know, for however much time we got, let's enjoy this ride. So,
because the other thing that's cool about we have the library, people can always go back and look at it.
And that's true too. So anyway, this is a 6-second video I upload to the channels right after we uploaded the Barnes Rolls. We're back. The video we're just watching, I upload this video after, which gives you a reference as to what that whole scream was about in the skit. So I'm gonna play it and then we'll talk about it.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
Okay. All right. So maybe we'll play that one more time after I explain this. But the whole thing was the classic skit that Casey was in was the Google skit. And let me tell you how ahead of our time we were. This is before Google Assistant was a thing. This is before Google Home. This is way before AI. We just had this idea based on the fact back then, the fear everyone had was that Google was always listening to you on your devices, right? That's as advanced as it was. And so you would talk about something, then you go to Google it, and it would finish the search terms for you. So back in 2012, 2013, that was the fear of Google. So our bright idea was, in this skit, was that one day Google was going to get so advanced that it would be like a person in your house, like this Android, whatever, computer, and Google, and we call it the real lifetime service. Or
real lifetime Google servers, I think, right?
Real time. Funny is, Casey said it backwards, two different ways in the video. I can't remember which one was the accurate
Oh,
way.
okay.
She
Well,
said
it's
it
one of
real
those,
lifetime service or real time life service. I can't remember which
Okay.
one it was. But anyway, and the idea was Google would just follow you around. And if you watch a skit, it's funny. Like he'll say something and show Google the information that he didn't really care about, or she'll tweet something that, and my God, she was tweeting something about that he didn't really want her to tweet for him.
Yeah.
And this is back when Twitter was Twitter.
Yeah.
Now we have Google Home. We have Google Assistant. You could tell Google, hey Google, do this for me. Make the
Yeah.
schedule for me. So we
It was
predicted
before
something
that,
that is
yeah.
legitimate. It's just that a real person.
Yeah.
But this is what we did. So I think, Casey, was it you or was it Mama that wrote Google on the shirt? Who made the shirt? I feel like Mama might have done it, or was it you,
I
Casey?
think it was Casey.
Casey, did you create the shirt? I'm trying to remember who created the shirt, but someone
Well,
created the
you
shirt.
know, I don't know.
Casey
It
put the
could've
shirt
been
on,
one of
and
them.
that was as far as we could go. So we had Google, and that was one of the first skits we shot with the Canon T4i.
Yeah. Yes.
One of the first.
Was it the first one? It may have
No,
been.
I think the Josh Taylor skit was the
that
first
was
one.
the first one. You're right.
For no one knowing this either, we do technically kind of know Blimey Cow. Mama did it. Mama made the shirt.
She did. Okay.
We had a skit with Josh Taylor of Blimey Cow way back in the day, and that's a whole other story. But anyway, and that was the first skit we did with the T4i, but this is like
Yeah.
maybe the second skit. So anyway, Google kept popping up on my character in this skit randomly, and every time the running gag was I would scream and she would scream. So the idea was, and you turn the volume and press play again, was that we would do a callback to that in this. I just did.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
Yeah, so I was like,
love that
we just
line,
got to do
too.
it, right?
Yeah.
No one will know, no one will care, but I
Yeah,
care.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny. So
Yeah,
we did
nah.
that. So we said, let's just have a callback to that moment. So the whole thing with George Lucas at the end is he said it's like poetry, they rhyme.
yeah.
People like me love George Lucas because he created Star Wars and he's like a genius and all that kind of stuff. But he has this whole thing, which maybe we as a fandom turn into a whole thing. Maybe it's not a whole thing, but he made a statement in one of his behind the scenes things. And that was about from one of the behind the scenes of the Star Wars movies, where he's talking about like the rhyming scheme of his movies, where like certain things that have happened maybe in the original trilogy, it's kind of like that same story beat happens in the prequel trilogy. And it's
okay,
and so the
okay.
idea
That's why
is
he
it's
said
like
that.
poetry then rhyme. Like this happened like this. Anakin, out of his pride, lost his arm to Count Dooku. Luke, out of his pride, running to Cloud City, loses his hand to Darth Vader.
I see, I
It's
see,
like
I see.
poetry. They
Yeah,
rhyme.
yeah,
So
yeah.
and I don't know if that was, he might be talking about that exact scenario, but that's the general concept.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, it's like poetry. They rhyme. The same thing happens here as before. So
Yeah.
to me, it was funny. So maybe in a
I didn't catch that reference because I didn't know about that. But I thought it was cool. I didn't know what George was talking about, but it fit this scenario. I was,
Yeah.
oh, it is like poetry. I saw it as Jalen Casey. Y'all doing Google this? That's the
Yeah.
poetry. It rhymes. It always was very funny to me. I always loved that.
In case you said my screen pitch is way lower now. Yes, all our voices have changed.
Yeah, everybody's voice. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, you and Casey have both had references to old characters. I did not have a single
Yeah,
reference
that is a good point.
in this skit. So I was like, the funny thing is, I did not do any heavy lifting in terms of my acting.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to play any of the characters. So that's gonna be funny when I come back to that.
Yeah. Next thing we have to do. So the whole thing was get to 100 views on this video that we're watching now, and release the next video, which I would say would be a skit.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure Denzel's characters show up in that.
I have one I want to bring back. So we'll see if
Okay.
we do.
Can't stop doing that, babe. Look, I was just on the phone with Zell, and believe it or not, he's actually trying to do Barnes Bros TV again. And I know what you're going to say, and I already told him. No, there's just no way that could ever work. I mean, let's look at all the cons. We're busy, the scheduling, starting a whole new YouTube channel, and the pros. It'd be fun. Kind of reliving those years. Probably the most fun I've ever had in my life. Playing those characters. Bringing back Earl and TV exec guy and Rage Gamer. Oh, we never really got that far with DeMarcus the Green. And Tech Trolls with the real reality glasses. We could probably do a follow-up to that. we got because your the basket metaverse, next time.
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened. Oh, man, there'd be so many topics we could tackle. See, what... You know what I'm saying?
Where's JJ's cookies?
That's the mess that I created.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, but no, that whole scene. So we shot the scene of like reminiscing of everything, But
Oh shoot, we're still on live.
Shoot, yeah,
my bad.
how y'all let it go for that long?
I guess we
Oh,
weren't
they're
paying
behind us.
attention.
Okay, all
So
right.
we gotta play that again. Sorry, we
Dang.
had a whole thing. They just look at us over here, just smile like, oh, look at this great time. It's like, all right, well, what are you guys talking about?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, where
Well, we were done with the Scream thing. We were done with Scream. Yeah. All right.
Look, I was just on the phone with Zell, and believe it or not,
So
he
throw
actually
this
tried to do
out.
Barnes
I
Rose
need
TV.
the lens I have is
I
not
know what
made
you're
for
gonna
what I was
say,
trying
and I
to do.
already know.
So you can see that I'm over here trying to
There's no
manually
way
zoom in and
that never
focus.
worked. I mean, let's look
was
at
like,
all the comments. We're busy scheduling, starting a whole new YouTube channel, and the pros. You know,
So what I was
it's gonna
saying
be
was
fun.
this part was actually emotional
Kind of
for me
reliving
because he
those
edited
years.
it in.
Probably the most
Obviously,
fun
I wasn't
I've
thinking
ever had
about
in
these
my life.
clips.
Playing
He
those
went in and
characters,
edited these
bringing
things
back
as we're
Earl
talking.
and TV exec guy,
And,
Rage Gamer.
I was
Oh,
like,
we
oh,
never
shit,
really
it's
get
time
that
to
far
see
with
that
Marcus
show.
the Green and
Moment,
Tech Trolls
all
with
these
the
things.
real reality glasses. We could probably do a follow up to that because of the metaverse that happened. Oh man, there'd be so many topics we could tackle. See what?
But it's just the
You know what I'm
idea
saying?
of how much we have missed
Where's JJ's cookies?
that's happened in the world
Yeah,
that we haven't covered.
and this is the smoothie he made.
Yeah. but let's talk about that for a second. There are
Duh.
so many things that we've missed
Yeah.
that have happened from Google Assistant. Like we could have had so many sequel skits
Yeah, for sure.
to that. We've jumped it in time kind of to cover the whole AI thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, streaming services, everything that could have happened with TV Exec Guy and Intern, just talking about streaming services and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Hollywood has changed. Like so much stuff has changed, and like for the past 8 years, that would have been great content that we haven't been able to touch.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the
that's
fun thing
been a
about
lot.
the Earl thing was being able to just touch on two kind of major things that happened
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
would have been making content for. Now, holy my God, what would we have been doing during COVID if we were still going? My God, that would have been hilarious.
Already, I know TV and Zach Guy and Intern probably would have been carrying us because
Yeah.
it would have been so many office calls, so many.
Yep.
Natalie probably would have became a character for real.
Oh wow.
We probably would have cast somebody for her.
Yeah.
Because that was the assistant, his assistant. We always reference.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So there would have been, which is crazy. We never brought her in because she did get referenced a lot.
Was she supposed to be the same Natalie from the Halo skit?
No, I don't think so. That
I
would
don't
have been funny.
remember.
I don't think so. Wait, her name was Natalie, right? The assistant. I must
think
have
you're
wrong
right.
there.
That's the thing. I remember Natalie as being the Halo person, but as soon as you said that, I forgot there was
she
an
was-
assistant. And
I don't
I think
think
I think you're right about being Natalie though.
Was it supposed to be the same person though?
I don't know.
That may
I don't
you
remember.
may have. I don't remember that being the case.
I don't remember.
But that would
I got to go back and watch our skits. I got to go back and watch all the TVs that got intern skits.
TV and Zach Guy and Intern are probably my two favorite
But you know what?
that we've ever done.
Those to me always felt like the hardest for me to write.
I can see why. There was a lot going on.
Well, one, there's two reasons for it. As you can say, have you seen Tubi Denzel? No one cares. I'm not sure what you referenced.
she's talking about me, my zoom in.
Oh, yeah.
I said it was.
But, oh my gosh. So, TVs that got an intern skits were always hard for me.
You actually have that in the wrong ear, just so you know.
Well,
It's
then
not
that's like he's falling out. Okay. Yeah, I bet that's better. I don't use these. I'm annoyed that we have evidence of me wearing an iPhone.
No one may have known if you didn't say it was iPhone. It could have just been a white, some random white.
No, I don't even buy off-brand stuff that go like that. Even in Galaxy Buds. This whole thing about iPhone and Galaxy. We probably made a skit about that if we had been there or not. Anyway.
Oh, before you continue, there's one thing that's mad funny. I saw this ad. It was a Google Pixel ad talking about the new phone, and they were coming for Apple, and they said, get your new, get the new Vanilla 13. And people were walking around with like vanilla ice cream cones. I was like, what the heck?
That's good. I approve that message.
But it made me laugh so hard because I have an iPhone. But I'm gonna probably get a Google Pixel pretty soon.
No, I was thinking about that myself. I got Galaxy, but I was thinking Pixel. But yeah, definitely never iPhone. Google iPhone. Anyway,
we used to be pretty anti-iPhone actually. So it's actually funny that I got an iPhone.
eventually went down.
But yeah, we used to be pretty anti. Sorry, you can continue what you were saying.
Vanilla Pro. But yeah, TVs that got enter always difficult for me. It's two reasons for it. Number one is the reference that I have to make. The whole
That's a lot of
stick of TVs that got intern is that it's usually never just a skit about them just doing stuff.
Yeah.
It's always referencing whatever's going on in movies or television at that time. And so I have to make references to stuff.
You have to know all that
And
stuff.
it has to be funny. And I have to make sure I get the perspective right on it.
Yeah.
A lot of time, not always, but sometimes TV that guy matches what I think about what's happening when he's saying. Sometimes it doesn't. But regardless, I have to try to keep it consistent with his character as well. And that's sometimes the hard part.
What? Snyderverse.
Yes.
Yeah, him being a part of the charge of that.
Yeah.
So trying to get that out.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
Exactly. But then again, I don't
it's
know
not a
what
cut.
side.
It's
I don't
just
know
not a
what
cut,
side
though.
I would have put him on with that. I probably would have had him just mocking it, honestly. Because that's the thing. It's like,
Oh, he would have been anti. The intern may have been on it.
yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
Is that the whole thing?
Maybe so. So it's like, and the problem is, whenever we do a Tuesday intern skit, I'm never sure if I made the right choices on that. I'm never sure if I chose the right dialogue, especially for TV as that guy. I'm never sure if I made him take the right stance on whatever the issue is. And if you're like, it doesn't really matter. It's funny, it's entertaining, whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have to still write the character correctly and consistently. And he's always been the toughest one to write. So as much as I enjoy playing the character and I enjoy writing for it, always has been this sense of dread whenever I have to write
never
it.
knew that.
Because
Dang.
it's like, I got to get it right.
Yeah,
and I'm not
yeah.
sure if I'm getting it right or
Yeah.
not. And thankfully, whenever we do it, people love it. And Earl, I fall into just like that. TV exec guy, the longer I play, longer I play him, like literally within a skit, if I'm playing him for several minutes, it can get harder and harder to keep it.
I can see that
Keep
though,
it.
because
And,
he is
yeah.
very like. There's a certain way. I guess 'cause I would assume Earl's harder because he's a lot more physical. There's a lot more physicality that you have to do to play Earl. But how you described it, you kind of just fall into Earl.
Yeah.
So TV is that guy. You really are putting on a persona. You really are putting on a very exaggerated.
Yeah, Earl is almost like I don't say a release or like it's just fun. Like I can just be fun, be goofy, and just play with it. TV's that guy. I have to script that a little bit more. I got to get it right. Earl, I can just freely do. TV's that guy. I got to get it right. So I love TV as that guy, but it's also kind of semi-stressful writing and getting those skits.
I can see that.
And so we got to bring them back very soon. But it's just it's a little bit of work sometimes doing those characters.
Yeah.
And why were we even talking about TV's that guy intern?
Well, we just were talking about the things that we missed.
Yeah.
And then we were saying that TV is that guy. Cause you said COVID. And then I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
yeah. During the
Oh, we
pandemic.
introduced Natalie. Yeah, all that stuff. I'm pretty sure you're right about Natalie. I gotta check. Casey said we should definitely do a throwback live, watching old videos. Everybody says, yeah, everyone agrees with that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What she said, unfortunately, what?
Unfortunately, Earl is not harder for him. She mentioned Earl's harder. I'm telling you, the Earl's the funniest one. There's so much stuff. I have ideas for Earl for days. Like I could do Earl like. I could just pull up a camera and do a like a TikTok or something as Earl. It would be so easy.
Yeah, Earl survived the longest out of all the characters. Went through like pretty much every phase.
The classics are Earl, TV's that guy, and Intern. Those are the
Yeah,
Rage
yeah.
Gamer, honestly.
Rage Gamer
Gamer's
yes.
the first one.
Oh yes, you're right. Rage Gamer was our first character.
Yep.
Because wait.
Overall,
in
both
turn-
of us.
No. But I mean, because remember, I played a couple of different people in that.
Yeah, well, the people I call characters are the ones that recur.
The recur. Okay.
The
So
recur,
yeah. Because I played the snobby gamer dude.
Yeah. Earl said he said Earl will be the breadwinner.
Yeah, probably.
Earl makes the money.
Earl could get a spin-off TV show, even
Exactly.
though TV is that guy said he couldn't.
Yeah,
Earl would be
exactly.
the one to do. Yeah, Rage Gamer is it's probably my most iconic character. I guess iconic in loose quotes, but people probably laughed the most when I play that one.
Yeah.
When it's just like, oh, that's just so funny. But that was always the hardest.
Yeah.
Physicality for me, because one, the voice literally just scrapes the mess out of my throat. So I have to figure out how to. I might have to end up investing in some speech therapy one of these days to learn how to properly, control that. Because I'm like, it does really take a toll on my throat when I'm like, doing that, and then I would shake all crazy and do all this stuff.
If you're trying to figure out Rage Gamer is, you got to go back through the video. Yes, we'll do a live stream going over some of these things, watching our best skits. But
Rage Gamer popped up in.
He did.
this,
Like
yeah.
it's a gamer, and it's kind of, I guess, loosely inspired by that guy. There was this old YouTube meme of a kid who was freaking out because he was angry. I don't know what game he lost on or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
and he freaked
yeah.
out. But I don't think later on he's loosely inspired by that. But I think you just created him straight off the bat.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
that's
just that we were talking about like someone raging That's when I started playing like Halo a lot competitively online. So I think it was just more of me being around the gaming people like that. I'm like, okay, people get mad and rage.
Yeah.
I kind of just knew about that type of stuff. So that's where that came from. And then I just, just kind of kept. And he is hilarious because if you look at his outfit, is always. Wait a minute, hold on.
Do you still have the
The hat?
hat?
No, I don't have that. I don't have any of that stuff anymore. But was that the first time he popped up?
Was in the What Is a Gamer skit?
But,
That was the first skit we ever
okay,
did.
remember? No, I just remembered another one. Maybe that was that one. Remember, you were playing it. We were doing like pranks or something, and you were playing this character, and you were like, "Oh, I just did this thing to my brother."
Yeah, that was when we went ahead and connected it to that real meme that was online. What about that? But that was the season finale of season 2.
Okay. So but Rage Gamer wasn't defined yet then.
Or premiere. No, he was Rage Gamer. Was that just a second appearance of Rage
I
Gamer?
thought that was a second appearance. We're gonna have to do a whole backlog of
good
our old
Lord.
stuff.
Highlight each character. So, sorry for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about. Just go back and watch all our videos on our channel. They're very low quality, but watch them.
Welcome to the Barnes Bros family. The Barnes Bros TV. This is just what it is. You might as well get it now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You might as well just get it now.
Yeah.
All these characters are very important to the lore.
The verse, the Barnes Bros. Verse, I guess.
Yeah, the Barnes Bros verse. I guess we would call it.
Back then, there was the MCU. Well, the MCU was around, but
but it was no multiverse back then.
There was no multiverse. We just knew it as the MCU because when we started our channel,
It was
Avengers had just come out.
Did it come out yet though? I don't know if it had officially come out.
When was the one when we did the?
Yeah, that was it.
We had just started Barnes Bros.
We had just started for sure.
So Avengers had came out right around the time we started Barnes Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah. So yeah. All right, let's continue.
All right, switch back. Pull this back up. Make sure I don't miss this system.
All right, I'm assuming y'all can see the screen now.
Yeah, let us know if you can't. You should be able to.
Press the button.
Maybe he's right.
And again, it's funny because you kind of did reverse the roles of us here.
I did. Yes.
All right.
So if we were to do this, how would it work?
Okay, let's go. All right, so look, as I'm thinking, we just do a couple of videos, a couple of skits, do like a little announcement, try to reunite the fan base, see where it goes,
All right, that could work. So are we really back?
Yeah, I'm
Let's zoom
thinking
in.
we're back.
You were just
You had to be
doing John
artificial
Wick because there was no one behind the camera.
That's all. That's all in post.
Yeah.
The thing that was funny about this section, the John Wick line. I don't know why. I guess I recently had a thing for John Wick recently, so I'm gonna have to probably build this up a little bit more because it's not like I'm like a crazy John Wick fan.
Yeah.
but recently I've been talking about John Wick a lot more and stuff like that. So like, okay, maybe we should kind of play on that a little bit.
Yeah.
And do some little John Wick theme stuff. The thing that's funny, and I'll point it out, I did not shoot this right because the stuff that, and then it was when it was something that I needed you to say that I forgot to get while we were shooting.
Okay.
So I had to really just finesse stuff in the edit, and even getting to the end of it, I was like, I like grabbed parts of something else. You said, all right. At one point, but it was from a whole different thing, so I threw it in there just to make it work.
That's what Barnes Bros. For. Like, we never get it exactly right.
Yeah.
We always feel
It's
like
gotta
it
flow.
makes the beauty of it.
Yeah, I guess I kind of was doing the John Wick thing. I mean, it's a pretty dope line and everything.
Yeah, it's a dope line.
I like
I'm
this
digging
part.
them back.
I'm thinking I'm back. Oh yeah.
All right.
Like Patrick Warburton.
Oh yeah.
Let's do this.
And that's us being epic.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of epic stuff.
I feel like it just had to happen.
Yep.
Oh, did I tell you how I made this? Did you?
I don't know why I didn't ask about that.
Okay, so all right, so all right, take your guess of what you think is happening here.
All right, well, you open your eyes. That was our campaign when we started season 3. We made a music video. Yes, we made a whole song
Yeah.
called "Open Your Eyes," and the fact to get 2015 probably means that 2015 was when "Open Your Eyes" happened.
I hope so.
I don't know what it's for.
I was just bullcrapping.
I don't know. We started in 2012, so I don't know.
I was just at this point in the edit, I was almost done, and I forgot about this. So I was tired.
All right, I
did not feel like going back.
I gotta create some lore then for 2015.
I said we were doing stuff. I just threw it. So it probably is not right.
I
But
gotta
I'm
create some
hoping
lore
it
for why 2015 is right.
I just threw it in there.
All right. I mean, that looks like some generic clip art. Did you make that in Canva?
I didn't know.
Is that something that actually exists within YouTube?
No. That's ChatGPT. I was done. I'm sorry, I was done. At this point, I was like, I need to get this done because we were getting ready to go out of town to New York. Me and my wife went to New York. Tuesday we were in New York, and Monday we left to head up to Baltimore to ride with her family.
That's the thing. He edited this very fast.
So I was like, I told him I want to release Monday, but I wasn't knew we were gonna be here Monday. Yeah. And he was like, all right, if you think you can do that turnaround, I just really felt strong we had to do it. And I'm glad now we did,
because the next video we wanted to release about the Netflix one was so time sensitive. And we needed it to come out. And so that's why I asked you, and I knew it would be a lot of work for you, but you felt like you could. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not going to.
I was like, I'm going to push through because I knew once we would start live streaming and stuff like that, so we can kind of take some pressure off. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I have to just push through because I was like, we got to get this. Because we have to have this announcement skit. Or is there no point in doing this?
Yeah. So we got to have an announcement skit before we get into anything else. So we kind of box ourselves in, which again is something we do a lot of, boxing ourselves in by committing to something.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just checking to see when we actually released Open Your Eyes. Open Your Eyes was, dang, we did everything in 2013?
Dang it. Shoot. All right, I have an idea for how we can make 2015 work, so we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
I have an idea for that.
It definitely can't be 2015, because that's when me and Casey got together.
Okay.
So we were working on Cox around that time.
My timeline. But I have an idea. It has to do with this character.
Okay.
So
no
I have an idea.
Okay.
So as you can see here, so basically I do a lot of masking. It's like a huge percentage of my editing is like masking and cropping things. Yeah. So I grabbed a still of the Barnes Bros page from there. I like cropped it in. That's like the description bubble. It's not like that's a whole description. I like cropped 2 images, put them together because I wanted to get the comments up higher. Yeah. But like it's all this description before you get to comments. YouTube comments don't have users' names like that no more. True. It's only the icons. So I just created all his own stuff. Wow. So I grabbed the Open Your Eyes. I made the Open Your Eyes 2025 stuff. Like moved it over. Try to fit it over top of the comment because I was like, this has to be somebody who's been typing something, and I had to come up with a username. So I just did Open Your Eyes.
No, Open Your Eyes is perfect. Let's prove we had 214 subscribers at the time.
Okay, yeah.
That was the last video that we had officially released. Yeah. That was 2018 when that came out. Yeah. Because we had tried to come back one more time. This was after.
This was the time we tried to come back. So
this was after the last thing we did when we were on TV. We were going to just say, let's do a podcast. Podcasting was bigger then. And we were like, let's just do a podcast. Mm-hmm. And so that was our effort, and it never went anywhere.
Yeah, we only did 1 episode, and that was that.
Good Lord. So we actually did try again. That's right.
Yeah. So we had a little, because it was a hiatus, but it wasn't as huge. Maybe like a 2-year thing. Maybe 2 years. I can't remember looking at that.
Yeah, because 2016 would have been when we did the
Cox stuff. So I guess maybe 3 years then.
Yeah, when we did
for the channel, we still were doing stuff, but but so that's what that is. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, good work.
So he's getting ready to type in the next 2 days of asking. Yeah. This is me.
But it's a secret character that is to be revealed later. But because around the time of us doing, and that's a whole other conversation, of us doing Shane in Progress, we kind of created a Barnes Bros universe that, well, maybe it was before that, because we had TV's That Guy, intern Earl crossover with Rage Gamer and all that. So we kind of created a wider universe, and then we put Earl into our real world universe. So there's a lot that goes there.
Oh yeah, dang, Earl does exist in there.
So there is a wider fictional universe that kind of crosses over with the real world.
Yeah,
and that's where this takes place.
And that's why, exactly.
So
there's like fictional versions.
Yeah, so there are skits, but all the skits kind of take place in that world. Because here's the thing, to understand the Barnes, we're going to go Barnes Bros, the Brosverse.
The Brosverse.
Anyway, in the Brosverse, Barnes Brosverse, I don't know.
I like the Brosverse.
Brosverse. Earl is an actor. That's why Earl shows up in a lot of different scenarios. Yeah. Because his first appearance on Barnes Bros TV was playing a commercial.
Yeah.
And he was in a commercial for a device that was created by a company called Tech Trolls. Mm-hmm. Tech Trolls is like the big Google/Apple type company in the Brosverse. So Tech Trolls shows up a lot. So there's a lot of different skits that we have where it's technology related or whatever that is Tech Trolls released that product. Yeah. And that shows up. And there's a skit that isn't on YouTube that came from the TV season that we had to upload. That was like a really good Tech Trolls related one. But Earl shows up a lot because he's always constantly like taking freelance actor jobs. He hasn't made it yet. He's trying to make it as an actor. And so you'll see him in a commercial. You'll see him as a spokesperson for a thing. Microsoft hired him as a spokesperson during E3 when they released the Xbox that was permanently online. And so they hired him as a spokesperson to take the heat for it. So that just happens. Earl's constantly doing acting gigs. So as a result of that, he has run into TV Exec Guy and Intern, because TV Exec Guy and Intern, he's a TV executive that formerly worked for a studio, got fired at the beginning of season 4 of Barnes Bros. And so we have not seen them again since.
We have actually.
No, they were in the TV season. And
but that's the.
what were they
shaky.
pitching?
They were pitching
Like a movie or a TV show of some sort.
Yeah, I don't
But
remember. What it
they were
was now.
unemployed during that time frame.
Yeah.
So where they are now will have to be revealed.
Yeah.
But, so that was the last thing. They got fired, and then they were doing stuff. So anyway, but they had run into Earl because again, Earl's an actor. Earl actually plays video games online with Rage Gamer. No, Intern does.
Well, okay, so
Intern does. Sorry.
Yes, but Rage Gamer did too, and I know what that episode you're talking about. But in the Cox, we kind of retconned it a little bit because we created the
Big
boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I won't say it's retcon. So I'm sorry. Intern in his free time plays video games with Rage Gamer. So
Yeah.
they exist. So that's that. We show that they all exist in the same.
And then
world.
Earl was in that.
And then Earl pulled in that skit because he was following TV that guy around.
Yeah.
And TV that guy jumped on the controller.
Right.
However, Rage Gamer does have, and we haven't revealed this yet because it's on the TV season, we haven't released it.
Yeah.
Has his own
Gaming
clan crew, whatever like that. That's a whole other set of characters.
Yeah.
So they all exist in the same world. The only extra layer is that you may see Earl appear in fictional stuff because he also plays movies and TV shows within the Brosverse.
Yeah.
But we also exist in the Brosverse.
Yeah.
Another version of Zell and Jalen exists in the Brosverse.
That's
It's not
true.
exactly us, but
Yeah.
another version of us does. Because Zell has met Earl.
Yeah.
When I took over the channel in the Brosverse, it made it Jalen TV. I employed Earl to work for me during that. So I interacted with Earl in that way.
That's so funny.
So in the Brosverse, Jalen and Zell and Barfull's TV exists. It's just another variation of us.
Guess we're also a
exists.
Jedi in that.
Yes, we use lightsabers. Yes.
We've done it multiple times.
Yeah, we have not used the Force yet, but we do use lightsabers in that world. So that world's like a fictional take. It's a little extra.
Oh, we're dropping frames now.
No. Oh Lord, yeah, we dropped a lot of frames. How bad are we?
Yeah, this is the worst it's gotten.
Yeah, what happened? Must have been an internet drop. We are showing dropped frames right now, and we're showing our bit rate being pretty low. So hopefully that doesn't get worse. Hopefully that improves and gets better.
Is it trying to come back?
It looks like the bit rate's trying to come back.
I guess we'll give it a little bit. Okay.
So let us know if it gets bad, y'all. If y'all can't see us at all. There's not much we can do about it while we're in motion, so it is it. So yeah, there's a whole alternate universe, the Brosverse, and it's like ours, but just different. And all the characters exist in that world.
Yeah.
As it stands. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're showing 1% of our frames have dropped, which is kind of a high number. Can you consider how long we've been streaming for?
Yeah.
We're trying not to do too much moving forward because we just don't know how well the stream's going to do. Can someone drop in the chat and let us know if what we're seeing, well, I'm watching it actually, it does look like it was skipping a little bit. All right. I know video is skipping. It's audio skipping. Because if audio's not skipping, then we need to continue forward. And it's just going to be what it's going to be until the video gets back right.
Really adjust.
Yeah, we can't fix anything. So just let us know if the audio is skipping too, or if it's just a video. Because if it's just a video, it might be a little laggy, but we'll just have to keep going. And we'll run with the audio. Can you guys still hear? So please leave a comment or Casey text me if the audio is still good. Okay, well, we're just going to continue until I get a response from somebody. All right. Yes, we'll be releasing a TV season. I don't know if we should release the entire season or if we should just release a skit. I don't know yet, but
Yeah. You have to
although
figure that out.
one of those episodes had a skit so interspersed that
Yeah, I guess we could just drop those whole episodes. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have those episodes up there.
we'll probably upload them all at once too, just like and
Just
then we'll
drop
do
it.
and then do a video kind of going through them, do a live, kind of going through all that. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Make
all
a
right.
playlist for it or something.
Again, let me know what's going on with the stream. I mean, from my perspective, let me just turn the audio up here. I think
Okay,
we're good.
yeah.
That seems good.
All right, so yeah, I don't know why this thing is going crazy right now.
But we'll just continue forward.
Okay.
All right, what's next? What's next on the docket? We
All right,
spent a
so
lot of time
next
on
on
that.
the docket, we wanted to. Oh, I just realized I could have been just left this back. Let me put my phone. All right, so let me pull up our thing here. I wanted to touch on some news, and one of the things I wanted to talk about was actually how the new Avatar movie is doing.
When you say Avatar, it still took me a split second before I stopped thinking about Aang.
That's
Last
actually hilarious.
There was actually some news about that as well.
Oh, really?
Well, they were doing an animated movie about Aang the gang older. It was supposed to come out in theaters and then go to streaming, but now it's going straight to streaming.
I also had on there too. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. I had up there to respond to comments too. Do you want to?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Check that out
Yeah, let's
across
go look at
different
some-
social media stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, we have.
Across social media, I don't know.
Well, yeah, it might not be able to pull that off, but we can go on the last video here and see.
Yeah, we did the Netflix is not buying Warner Brothers video. Netflix is. We're not going to watch that. We're just going to see if there's any comments. I had a lot of comments on social media. I might just pull some stuff up and just talk about it.
Okay, yeah,
Get a show.
that can work too.
So let me pull up like our TikTok.
All right, so we have one here. This is funny. That's what this person said.
Oh, so is it you lost me at Restore the Snyderverse? Well, to that individual, let me move this out the way. Hold on, I'm in the wrong TikTok.
All right, yeah. So you can see here.
You guys can see now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You lost Restore the Snyderverse. People get so. Here's the thing. I am a fan of the Snyderverse. I am unabashedly. I do not apologize for it. I understand the criticisms and they're legitimate, and I'll probably make a video called "In Defense of the Snyderverse." But I am not so deeply ingrained. People get mad about it. People get mad if you dislike it, and people get mad if you like it. Like people really take it very serious.
It's not really
and there
right
is
in
a
the
dislike
middle.
on this video, and I'm gonna assume it's that dude
Probably.
or woman because they just get that mad about it. People just do not. They really dislike if you like Zack Snyder's take on the DC universe. I like it. I'm not gonna apologize for that because we talked about that in this video.
Yeah.
Our most commented thing right now is this picture I posted of
That's funny. That's the
the
most
Thanksgiving
commented
table
thing.
and all the people on it. Let's see.
I might be able to pull up. Let me. I might be able to pull up on Instagram.
No, someone made a good statement. So in that video, we talked about. Are you about to just us now?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone made a statement in the a clip that I posted on TikTok about Disney with the AI and what they're going to do, and someone made a good comment today. They said, "Just wait until they start pilfering ideas from user-generated content because now they have the rights to it." So shout out to Joe D for making that statement. I responded to him. You're not supposed to say that part out loud. He said, "I can't wait to read the terms of service." So shout out to Joe D on TikTok for that. But that was pretty funny.
All right, wait, hold on.
You're
So
logged in
wait.
as yourself.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna just go to the Barnes Rose page and look at the.
I don't know. Were there a lot of comments on Instagram?
Oh, isn't that what you were just?
No, it's on TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me go to TikTok then.
Instagram hasn't been, but that was it though, pretty much.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. All
But
right.
anyway, so I want to talk about that a little bit though, because we were talking. If you didn't watch our last video, go watch it on our channel. It's called Netflix is not buying Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So, but this dude was making a statement on the fact that like they're going to start taking the user-generated content that Disney allowed to create and start taking ideas from it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
okay,
someone
okay.
comes up with a great idea, like Star Wars expanded universe stuff. They'll be like, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let's go." Excuse me. Do that, and they'll be able to do it theoretically because it's with their content. So if someone makes a fan film with AI generated content, which we're doing
Yeah.
anyway, and be like, "I like that idea. Let me take that. What are you gonna do about it?"
See, I mean that's true, but that's Disney don't do that because not that you can do it, but this is why in the video I kind of talked about. I feel like what they should do. That's gonna be tricky though. If they, because when you think about it, they could say we own it. So
I mean, but that's the thing with
They-
fan
they
films.
need
Anytime you make a
to-
fan film, you know that your idea, you really don't own it. Even if you come up with the idea in a scenario, what do you really
Yeah,
want to do?
I
Because you're
guess
kind of illegally
you are
using their
illegally using
content
it,
to make
yeah.
a fan film, which is fine because they feel they're not going to bother you about it. But you can't get mad if they take the content. Like, it's just the way it goes.
they got to find some kind of way to whoever they took the idea from, like find the original person for whoever originally created it, and then like tag like get them like producer credits or something. I don't know, like something, because I feel like it'll make it be more of an incentive. People will be like, oh, it'll be more looked upon as like, oh, you could have the opportunity to have your thing. But that is tricky though. That is definitely one of those tricky situations.
I'm gonna pick this up because I know exactly what I'm looking for. There was one comment on YouTube.
Because I'm like, that is one of those things where it's like, because I kind of made a reference to how Bethesda is a video game reference to how Bethesda has.
It's called. I think you talking about it's called Creators, but I looked it up.
Yeah,
It's called Creators. Or Creation or something like that.
Creation. I can't remember the exact name of it, but basically they make modifications to like their video games. They allow people to make modifications to their game. So basically, people who can do coding and those kinds of things, they can kind of go in and make some changes, add stuff, and people would do some mods that are pretty crazy. Like they can like overhaul game systems, stuff that's broken, they can go and fix it, things like that, which is really cool. But for a long time, that wasn't really like, it wasn't like organized. You just kind of just did it. But recently, Bethesda, the company that makes these games, made a almost like this like program where you can make like you could be an official modder and make stuff, and when you make it and put it up on their like modders store, basically people could buy it and you would get like a percentage from that. So that's why I was like, I think that Disney could do something like that. The only thing is, with AI, you need no skill to create stuff. Really?
No, that's not entirely true.
Well, so okay, all right. Well,
you got to know how to
prompt
do the prompts.
So okay, so let me take it back. Not that you don't need any skill. If you can say the prompts right, I just think.
And then you still got to edit the prompts.
There's a lot of work. So okay, so you are thinking, because my thing was going to be that there's no barrier to entry, but because with the mods, it's not like they have this people. You have to know how to mod to be able to do it. But you see, what you're saying is you still have to know how to prompt for something to come out decent enough that they would want to use.
Here's what I would do. And I don't know who is willing to do this with their IP. What if we create an IP? Let's use the Backrooms, for example. Let's say that wasn't. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let's say that the Backrooms wasn't already just community, fair use, Creative Commons, whatever, because no one owns the Backrooms, right? Anybody can do it. Let's say someone actually created. Let's say I created Backrooms. Yeah. But I decided early on, I'm gonna let the community run with this, and so I'm going to create a scenario, whether it's through a software, through like the modern thing you're talking about, or AI, whatever. Where it's like, this is my platform. Go make whatever you want. Yeah. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm licensing it to you. Maybe you got to release it on my platform. Maybe I have like a fandom site. Yeah. Or maybe I let you release it anywhere. But you got to approve it through my site. Register your content. Because if you don't register your content through my site, I'm taking it down. I'm gonna do a copyright strike. DMCA. I'm taking your stuff down if you don't register it through my site. But if you register it through my site,
you're good.
Or whatever.
You become like an official creator.
Make whatever you want, and I will not stop you. If you make money off of it, I get a percentage. So but you can make whatever you want out of it.
There needs to be like a Disney creators like program. Yeah. That's what you're saying. Yeah. People can go in there, make their stuff, and make money from it. Yeah. And like if they like release it, and then maybe they can have a curated part of the pay of Disney Plus, where it's like this curated like AI creators page or something like that. Yeah. And you go there like these are the ones that we've picked that are like high quality. Yeah. That are like the ones because I'm assuming anybody can make it, so maybe it won't be high quality thing. Some little kid might just make Princess Jasmine and somebody else hang out and go have a tea party or something. I don't know. But someone's like actually using it. And then creates like this epic dope scenario, and then it's like this is the creators tab, and you go there. Yeah, that to me is how you could do it, and then Disney could turn the narrative because it's like, oh shoot, this is actually kind of cool.
Someone's going to get it right. I don't know which company's going to do it. Maybe Steam will get it right. Somebody's going to get it right, and people are they're going to welcome a community of creators to come in and do stuff.
I actually really like that. Well, damn, maybe we should just do that because the thing is, you can obviously AI, but if you do that, they should make an official Star Wars because Star Wars has enough community. There should be an official Star Wars creator like program
because it's so much money made there. Fan fiction stuff has been happening since when Star Wars came out. Yeah. So like for decades, people have been doing fan fiction. Then you had the expanded universe, which was the official fan fiction. Kind of want to put it that way. So Disney needs to create a website called Star Wars Expanded Universe, just as a callback. And let people go on there and create content and let them do what they want to do, and and highlight it. Yeah. Let them make money. Maybe they don't. I don't know. That's like YouTube. YouTube, we're making our own content, but they get a cut. You're right.
We're on YouTube.
So all they got to do, Disney could compete with YouTube.
They could, but they probably won't. But they could. But I do see where you're going with it. Like you could just make like your own channels essentially on there and post stuff.
Yeah, Disney could directly compete with YouTube, and it could just be an extra addition to Disney Plus, where there's a creators tab. You create your own channels and you create Disney-centered content.
And you're set, you're good to go.
They run ads on it, and you get ad revenue like a partner program, just like anything else. And anybody that wants to make Disney AI content, short films, ideas like that, can just do it all there.
Yeah.
And they can make mad money. And then they would just have their. I already said it in the video we did, but it's create their own social network.
They could, yeah. No, yeah. I think when you do it like that, that really would make it a turn into a social thing. Because you could literally have like it almost be like a YouTube / Discord / whatever type of scenario for stuff for Disney in general. But I'm just saying Star Wars because I know there's already such a huge creator community for Star Wars as it is anyway.
Yeah.
Be it books, be it short films, AI stuff. Like who's the dude that I showed y'all the other day. Who did the AI? I think Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah,
and it's like
there's some pretty good AI channels out there for Star Wars already. So if they just took advantage of that, because right now Disney, I mean, I don't know if those people are monetizing those videos or not, but YouTube is. You can make money off of it at least. So Disney should want to say, look, we're going to cancel anything that's on anyone's platform, put on our platform, and we'll give you kind of ad revenue.
I mean, that would be a power shift. And then YouTube like, oh, hold on. Well, YouTube tries to be so hands off. They're like, oh, we just want to encourage you to make stuff. So I don't know what to do. But that would be interesting.
Would YouTube then need to start getting some IPs?
But here's the thing, though.
Go ahead.
With the CEO, I listened to interviews with the CEO, and he's very much not into doing that right now.
Into AI?
No, not even. I'm sure everyone's in AI, but not into doing original stuff no more. Because remember they had that for a bit where they were trying to invest into stuff, and like his thing is like the last interview I heard of him, he was like, we're not a studio, we're a stage. We're making the world's biggest stage for you to put your stuff. Because YouTube kind of was going in that route where they would do. There are some still to a degree. I think I Show Speed had a whole like this show he did.
Oh, really?
And I don't know if it's like a YouTube Premium type thing or scenario or not. I don't even know if YouTube Premium stuff is still around.
Well, YouTube Red was what they were doing.
Okay.
That stuff with.
So, because I remember One For Productions had that. A lot of people had what they had.
That's where Cobra Kai started. It was a YouTube Red show. Yeah.
So, I think that they kind of have moved away from that. So, I don't know if they want to go back to doing that kind of stuff or not.
But here's my thing. Look, you're just making mad money on their ad revenue, and this is where creators go. But if these larger companies start taking control of the AI, because people are going to create content and say, look, just make it on our platform, make a platform, pull Warner Bros. Content over here, over here, and that leaves YouTube. Right now, the lion's share of content on YouTube is not AI content; it's creators. But there's a lot of money to be made there. YouTube is not going to just ignore if that content leaves their platform.
Yeah.
And so anything that is
they'll have to embrace AI more.
Third-party content that you would want to put AI in is going to start vanishing from YouTube. Like if I want to see an AI rendition of Palpatine talking to Darth Vader while his suit's being put on, I got to go to YouTube for that.
Yeah. But
if Disney says from now on that's not allowed on YouTube, but it's allowed on Disney Plus, I got to go there for that. And so now YouTube's eyes are being taken away from YouTube. So YouTube's kind of agnostic, like, hey, we don't own any content, everyone just creates. But now the company's coming in and starting to take content away from them. And then it's going to be like, okay, YouTube can't just ignore that. I don't think they're going to lose the revenue, especially if that share of, if 10%, probably too much, but let's say 10% of the ad revenue generating content on YouTube is AI, it's only going to increase.
Yeah,
and if
that's
it gets
true.
to 20-30% of the market share of ad revenue generating content, and that leaves YouTube, YouTube is not going to ignore that. So then YouTube's going to have to start owning an IP or getting creators to sign on with them. They don't want that responsibility.
That's the thing. I don't think they want to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounds very interesting. But I just don't know that they will do something like that.
Yeah.
You've had other people, like even a lot of streamers did that. Like something that happened with Ninja. You remember Mixer?
No, I remember Mixer. And,
yeah.
And the Facebook and everything
Facebook
was in
did
there.
it. There was a couple other ones, and then like they would do huge payouts, but like Mixer didn't work out. So it seems like people are probably put off from it, almost kind of scared of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It is interesting. I think the way you're describing it, people are crazy enough fans about Disney that I think that could work for that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Disney creators, and kind of like how HBO Max had something like this. They really weren't for real doing it, but I think they had HBO Max creators, and it was all the filmmakers that own their thing.
Oh, okay.
But it's not like they were. But it was just like, hey, you can see all the people who have films that are on our platform.
Yeah.
If organizations actually did that though, like signed on talent. Now let me tell you what this is sounding up very much like. We're going backwards because in the old days, the golden era of Hollywood, the system cinema, people used to be signed to studios. Actors were not free agents. Like the whole way market is now, where everyone's like basically like a free agent, and people are just like freelancers. That was not how that was. If you had, let's pick somebody, Jimmy Stewart was signed to. I'm gonna say something random, but I just don't come for me. Was signed to Warner Brothers or whatever the big. They had a contract, 10-year like contract with that studio. Had to do a movie. So these people were going like clocking in like this is their job. They had to go and make these movies every day because they were like in a factory type system. Wow. So it almost, I can see something like based on how you're setting it up, it almost kind of sets it up for that with the streamers almost. So that'd be kind of interesting.
I can see that happening though.
Yeah, because it like that's what Mixer tried to do. Some people try to do something like that. I don't know if Twitch does complete buyouts like that, but you know they try to get like, hey, be on our platform. So if that kind of starts to carry over and bleed into hey, Christopher Nolan, come make movies for us. You know what I mean? Like sign on to, hey, Steven Spielberg. You know,
I mean, Nolan did kind of have a deal with Warner Brothers for a long time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was a first look or they just kind of had like a handshake.
Well, yeah,
thing
you're right. You have studios that have first look, but no, essentially it'd be a little bit more.
Like these are our creators. This is my pipeline, and if they start grabbing up indie people, like. I could see that legitimately being a thing.
Grab up indie people, like young. You got imagine Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So there's so many people who's like, oh yeah, when the directors are becoming essentially content creators, because now we are in an era where a lot of because you think about like you have different times in history where directors are household names, but it's not like that normal for directors to be household names. There's only certain ones. So when you start hitting that, you're basically an influencer, a YouTuber. We know who they are. Yeah. So you know.
No, I got you.
Very interesting.
No, I didn't even think of it that direction. All right, real quick, let's hit this comment.
Okay, yeah.
Then be done. So you're gonna hit.
For sure.
All right, you guys should be able to see this. All right, so this dude, Dark Lord, said Netflix, because this is me talking about Netflix not buying Warner Brothers, and I said they don't got the money for it. This dude said Netflix is worth $430 billion now. I know a lot of stock and overhead. They definitely have the resources to pay $83 billion. Okay, you can't just gloss over that, dude. A lot of stock and overhead. That makes a big difference. It's $83 billion I was talking about. They definitely had the resources to pay $83 billion. They also secure roughly $25 billion loans. Okay, so if they had the resources to pay $83 billion, why do they need $25 billion in loans?
Yeah.
Because they don't have the resources to pay $83 billion to pay for it. Paramount is worth $44.5 billion with $15 billion in debt. The Ellison, he meant the Ellisons, don't have enough to fund it. The Saudi royal family definitely does. That's why the Ellisons have enough, because they're getting in. They've got all these people. They had the Saudis. They had Jared Kushner's firm. And then you do have Ellison money. The only thing Ellisons have that Netflix doesn't is politicians and the president. And money. Because when I released this video, they were talking about the fact that Larry Ellison was going to backstop the money and saying, because that was one of the reasons Warner Brothers said we were rejecting the deals. We're not confident the money can come through. And said, we want you to put your money on the line, basically, which he did. He's like, don't worry, we'll supply. It's going to be fine. And we're going to pay you the money to get out of the deal with Netflix.
Oh, they're going to cover that part too. Yeah. Okay, that's
Paramount
big.
has more money, and Netflix doesn't even want everything. They don't want CNN, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Paramount has more money. Yes, they have the president, and politicians, and Hollywood, and Chris Nolan, and everybody else. Yes, they have all of that, but they definitely have more money than Netflix does. Netflix is not liquid like that.
I haven't heard anyone talk about the FCC for real.
Yeah.
This could just be me on the island, so I'm fine with that. I strongly believe that you don't want to try to fight the FTC on this one.
Oh, no.
Because I think, and maybe they won't, but let's just say if you have a problem going with Netflix and the FTC is fighting it, I really feel like the FTC is going to just be so upset because the FTC been taking L's.
Well, I mean, obviously that'll be it. I mean, that's the issue. Paramount is trying to tell the shareholders, if y'all
is
take
cleaner.
this deal, this
Yeah.
is not going to go through because they're going to shut it down because we know the current administration does not
And then
favor
they-
this the same way they favor the Ellisons getting it. So it's like, why are you, to the shareholder, why do you prefer it going this way? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But so right now it's the board going to get, but again, I just think that Netflix wants more money. So that's where I stand on that. That was the only other comment that I think.
You mean
we had.
Warner Brothers wants more money?
Yeah, so Warner Bros. Wants more money. So that's
Yeah.
where I stand. So that's all I had for comments.
Yeah. Just run the price up, like you said.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, cool. So we hit the comments. Let's see how much time we got. We were going to go to 8.
Yeah, we'll probably stop at 8.
All right.
So, pick whatever you want me to most see.
All right. Well, we hit those. The news. I don't know enough about this, but we can just kind of gloss over it quickly. I want to look into. Oh, not that. I wanted to talk a little bit about Avatar. So, if you guys may or may not know, James Cameron, the creator, the director who brought you household films such as Titanic,
Yep.
Terminator, Alien,
True Lies.
True Lies. Yes, I always forget about True Lies. Alien 2. He did one of Aliens. I don't remember which one.
Aliens. He did.
I don't
Aliens.
remember which one it was.
Yes, it was second one. Aliens. Yeah.
All right, so I want to do a lot bigger, more of a deep dive into this. We can touch it quick. Avatar came out last week, I think, or earlier this week. Something like that.
last week.
So this is Avatar: Fire and Ash, which is the third installment in the. I guess it's a saga now at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's a saga. I did see something that somebody was like reported that if this doesn't do well, he's going to be done.
You feel we got one more movie? You might as well go
No.
through.
He has 5.
I thought it was 4.
No, I did too.
thought for the longest time.
And then this is why I'm saying saga because I was like, apparently I thought it was 4, but I saw something that said 5. So I don't know how many movies this man does or does not plan on making.
Well, maybe it's 5. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 5 now because what apparently Fire and Ash is they had to split water. this is the same movie.
This is supposed to be all godly.
And that's the complaint I'm seeing. Now apparently it's made money.
This feels split.
People are saying it just feels like Way of Water all over again.
Okay, well then it was it's one on part 1, part 2, so that's situation things. But it says so far it's earned $450 million globally at the week of release, including
how does that compare
domestic box office and $331 million
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought I saw it.
overseas.
Michaela just say favorite movie of all time. Are you serious?
She like
Michaela?
yes. She likes
I'm
Avatar.
disappointed.
So look, I'm an Avatar fan as well. But here's the thing. I like to. Once I found out that Christopher Nolan likes Transformers and Fast and the Furious and films that people probably would typically say are not good films, I realized, you know what? It's okay to have your cheat meals, to have your things that aren't necessarily nutritious, and I understand. So for me, Avatar, I'm not going to say these stories are groundbreaking. I know that's the biggest complaint I hear people have is the storylines are paper thin. I understand that. I'm not fighting it. I'm not going to fight you on that. I am a fan of the technology. I really am.
Yes.
And it's a spectacle. Like this is still those movies where you're like, James Cameron, there's only a few people who can get you to go to the theater and you feel like, yes, I actually want to see this in theater. James Cameron, Christopher Nolan, and freaking Tom Cruise. There's like those guys are filmmakers. They just know how to put on. So I respect the art of knowing how to put a show on so much that yes, I admit as a story, it's not
Here's my thing. I like James Cameron's movies. And then once I started realizing how many movies he made, things like that, like the ones that I didn't realize was him, but he made, like I like his movies. I kind of want him to make something else.
You
I'm
don't
kind of
want to
over
be
Avatar.
I think he's soft-retired and just hasn't told anybody. Honestly, I think he's soft-retired. You remember that video I sent you? And this is why I was laughing because he was showing a bunch of people like how the technology works. I don't know if you recognize those people in there. It was a lot of like the current like YouTube VFX artists who would be like some of them had like their own companies, stuff like that. Wow. It was so funny seeing that. It's like the younger generation. You have James Cameron, the OG, showing these younger people.
Funny.
So I'm like, yeah, he's literally just passing the torch on. So I just have so much respect for him in that standpoint.
Yeah.
From a filmmaking standpoint and pushing technology, he has done some ridiculous stuff, even with 3D. So I just really am a fan of him and what he's done with what Avatar has done for filmmaking.
And that's fine. And I'm not going to take that from him because it has done a lot. Yeah, but here's my problem. What did Michaela say? Fast and Furious is my second favorite movie. That is such a joke. I'm not mad at that one. But how is that your...
Oscar, her third favorite movie. I don't know if it's her third, but she also realized Interstellar.
Really?
Yeah,
I respect that.
She realized
I don't
Interstellar.
know what to feel about you, Michaela. That's
Her
weird.
is all over the place there.
That is so weird. I definitely wouldn't think you
Well,
like
no,
Interstellar.
it's actually not that weird. If you think about, I realize the types of she likes is grand scale.
What about Fast and Furious? Is it romance? Is it the romance
No,
aspect?
think about it's scale.
The first Fast and Furious is not scale.
Yeah. No, I don't think. I think she's talking about all of them. I don't think she's met the first one.
Yeah.
I think she means
you talking
the
the franchise? Okay, those superhero films.
Yeah.
That's like,
Well, she might mean the first. I don't think she means the first one.
so Creed is her third.
Creed's
I don't know
third.
how to
Okay.
pigeonhole you. Okay. Good for you. Good for you. 'Cause I can't pigeonhole
She's
you,
very
so good for you.
diverse.
There you go. That's fine. I can't even. I'm just trying to think about this. Come with a theory as to how this all
How
connects.
she fits
Right
in.
now, this doesn't make sense to me. But good for
He
you.
says a romance. No, actually, no. She actually
Okay.
wants a lot
I'm gonna
of
spend the night
action.
thinking about that, trying to figure out how that all fits together. All right. Anyway, my issues with Avatar. The first Avatar, perfectly fine movie. It was basic Pocahontas plot, but visually was put together. I wasn't bored at all watching it, even though it was very long. Good movie, classic plot. It works. Sometimes classic is good. I hated Way of Water. Way of Water
Was it the
dragged.
messaging?
Way of Water. No, it wasn't even a messaging.
Oh, it's
it
how
was
long-
just,
it's long.
It was,
It's long.
yeah, but it wasn't even that because the
But
first
its
Avatar was
story
long.
drags.
But it was just, there were things that didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand why they left their home to go to somebody else's home and bring the danger there. That made no sense to
That's
me.
a plow. I can't
Like, unless
argue
you're going to
that.
go live in isolation, all y'all did was run to some other tribe and jack their stuff up.
Yeah.
At least you could have just left it on your home tribe. I'm going to go to somebody else's tribe and jack stuff up. And then at the end of the movie, I'm going to just make the same realization I should have made when the first
We're gonna
attack
stand
back
and
when I was at
fight.
home. Let's stand and fight. You could have did that in the first place.
Okay, so here I agree with you. I think what it could be is he literally was just showing this doesn't make sense. Sully's just trying to, his goal was, because everything he was saying was not very,
Soldier-like.
Yeah, because he became like this
Yeah.
I forget what his name is. They gave him a name.
Oh, the title he had?
Yeah, he's like there was a prophecy about
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
But I guess we can go back and put live on this one. But so I think what it was, because I always felt like I said, why is he not? Because Neytiri was like, bump this, we fight. She's a true soldier. She's like, we fighting, what you doing? So he just was so afraid of his family. So I think he wasn't making any sense.
I get that, but it's like it made such illogical sense, especially where by the end of the movie you just do the same thing. Like you could have stayed home.
Yeah.
Now I get you just wanted to get them to the water tribe, but it'd been different if there was something there, some MacGuffin or something.
Something that would have
but
protected
all you
them.
did was bring danger to these
because
people
they
who don't
followed
deserve
them.
it.
They followed them.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and
so
it's like,
yeah.
and I gotta go back and watch the movie, but there was something about the way they got followed that annoyed me too. That made him even look even more dumb. And so I felt like there's stuff for me to. You need to get them there. And yes, you want them to fight at the
Yeah,
end.
that
But I
was
felt there was
dumb.
plot. I gotta watch it again. But it was something that I was watching. I was like, that made no sense.
He
to
just
me.
wanted them to be in the water.
What I do like is that he brought back the villain dude. When I saw that was the case, at first I was like, really? Like,
Yeah,
that's
just,
what you're doing?
yeah.
But I actually like the whole revenge grudge match thing, which is ongoing. I hate you with all my being. And I'm
Yeah.
going to come back to life in the thing that I hate to
yeah,
track you
become,
down. And we're just going to keep fighting every movie. That's the
Yeah.
one thing that I like that. He made it clear. It's about these two dudes constantly going at it and not letting it go.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
cool with that part. But the plot of Way of Water just didn't make a lot of sense to me. And it was
I think
it's
that's
been a while
fair.
since I've seen it. There was some other things that did. It wasn't just that. There was a couple of things throughout it that I was like, this is
Yeah,
not
no,
making
he makes
sense. Y'all
no
not making logical sense. here.
He makes no logical decisions throughout it. His family just follows him. Their son, I was like, this boy is the most infuriating.
But they always dealt with the kid roles, and I mean, it's just one
But he
thing
was
you gotta
he
live
was just
with.
very, but like he was like supposed to be infuriating, I guess. But
Michaela, when you said they were trying to kill Jake, are you talking about the villains, the Sky people, or were you talking about his tribe? Because you made it, they were trying to kill Jake. That's what I need to know.
She also just rewatched the movie too.
Okay.
So she
I might need to
kinda
rewatch
fresh
Way
on
of
it.
Water just to cement my hatred of it. But I just did not like that movie. So I have no interest in seeing Fire and Ash. And what I'm hearing everybody say is it's a retread. It's one thing if it feels like it's a continuation because they're still in the same locale, you know, being there with the water tribe. But if it feels like it hits the same plot points, I'm like, come on, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, then that's going to be an issue. That's why I start. I'll give you grace, but once you get to your third film, like to the next other films, and you keep doing the same thing,
Yeah.
I'm
So
like,
if that is
okay.
indeed what James Cameron did, just did the same thing over again, then it's like, bro, you're just making movies for the visual to this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
And the problem is, and it's maybe me, you may call me hating. Yes, it was Avatar was groundbreaking. I didn't feel like the visuals Way of Water was groundbreaking. Maybe it was.
They were, but
It didn't have the same effect as the first one to me,
I get that.
and that's on me.
Yeah.
You know,
No, that's not a. This is.
I will say it's probably the best CG we've seen anywhere at all, especially in current Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But it didn't feel like the same level up of
The jump wasn't the same.
the same. So it's like, at this
I can
point,
see
what
that.
is the point of these
It
movies?
was, but so it's the same problem with video games. It's we've gotten to a certain level of realism. Now we're ray tracing. So like it is getting better, but you don't notice the better. I only know certain things because I be looking into stuff.
Yeah.
So like the water. this is gonna sound so dumb.
This is like the argument with Spider-Man when he got mad about the water effects because they took a puddle out, and it was like when they did they released a trailer and it was like higher quality, and everybody was looking at the puddle because it looked realistic. And then the game came out and it wasn't, or something like that.
Stuff like that. So yeah, I'm about to be like that. I'm about to be the but the water graphics. So I said yes, this shouldn't be the most important thing in your movie. I understand that, but because of what they did with the water, this sounds so dumb. I don't even want to make this argument anymore.
No, go ahead.
But yeah, no, the water graphics is really ridiculous because for one thing, it's CG characters, right? So the way that they mapped it to where the water interacts, like when you look at what they did, this is so technical. It's like what the VFX houses that they use is called WetaWorks or something like that. But they did some crazy stuff where they would have his hand there to capture the way it animated, and then take his hand out and then put like a fake hand in there, and then like the way that the waters interact. You've like never seen water interact with like CG and real characters like this in a really real way. So that's like the big thing with this film, which is why I think they just wanted to get to the water. Because the biggest part of the CG is the water. And obviously, if you compare this to Avatar 1, it does look better. And then the way they shot it. But again, no one cares about that. It's just how it was shot.
Okay. Well, I mean, Uncharted looks better than Crash Bandicoot because obviously, but it looked the same quality to me when I was a kid watching Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Here's my issue. We've been painting Mystique, and we could have threw her in a pool and had the same thing for less money. So my problem, I know, I'm hating, right? And it's wrong because this is groundbreaking and this could change things for the industry.
Yeah.
But when you got a CG person in CG water doing CG things,
Well,
it loses its effect for me.
It's real people, but then it's like it's like you're replacing it with the CG.
But that's my thing, because at that point, I'm going to lose appreciation for it, because I'm going to just assume it's people in water, and we've already been filming people in water.
Yeah.
Granted, I'll give James Cameron credit for that, because wasn't he the first one? Did he do The Abyss? Was he the one that did The Abyss?
I have no idea, but
he revolutionized shooting underwater.
well,
Yes, he did The Abyss.
okay,
So he's
well,
the one
that
that
makes
revolutionized underwater. So
sense,
I gotta give him credit. He's always revolutionizing the water.
Yeah.
Titanic. He's always revolutionizing water photography. So I mean, I give him credit for that. But I'm not sitting there appreciating that because I didn't do the behind the scenes stuff. We don't got DVDs anymore. Back in the day, you got home with DVD.
that's the whole
I know
thing.
a whole lot about the creation of the first Transformers because we had the DVD. And when you was bored, you watched the behind the scenes and you realize, oh, they put a lot of work into this movie. We don't do that no more.
The Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, great, you
Lord of
know.
the Rings.
Exactly. You watch them DVD effects, you get a whole extra 2 hours of content to enjoy the film.
Yeah,
But unless I go on YouTube and search this out, I'm not going to know
Right.
that the water effects that he spent $40 billion on
With the
was the
water.
most amazing thing ever. Like you changed cinema forever.
If I took them 3 years just to do those
Exactly.
effects.
It took too long to make movies for something that
It
I'm
do
not
take a
even
long
going to appreciate.
time.
And I get that that's how it works.
Yeah.
We just got done breaking. We just got done. You can still hear me, right?
We're still in there. Let me make sure.
Make sure my audio. I think
you're good though.
hit the core. But anyway, we just got done showing all the stuff we did behind the Barnes Bros that people won't appreciate.
I know, yeah.
But
That's
you
just
know
how it goes.
So anyway,
yeah.
but the money that was made.
So were you looking at like so far
I was.
comparison to?
So it made more money, and I guess I don't know if this is adjusted for inflation. I don't think it is. It obviously made more money than the first Avatar, but it didn't make more money than Way of Water. Way of Water opened in North America to 134 million.
Okay.
The original Avatar opened up to 77 million. So kind of close to double. But Fire and Ash, the third one, only opened to
Has earned
80. Well, that was just 119.
Well, this is earned over that week. So you're talking about the opening, though.
Yeah, at this point it was 88 million. So, but regardless,
Yeah.
it opened smaller than Way of Water, which is what I would expect. There wasn't as much time between this one and the last one. Everybody was waiting for a new Avatar.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I would expect it to not make as much as Way of Water, but it looks like it made a lot closer to
The first one.
the first one. So,
Yeah. I mean-
does it matter at this point? Because he's still making mad money. No, I'm not going to say that, oh, this means your movies are failing. No, I'm not going to be that guy. But I will say that, from what I'm hearing, and I need to watch for myself, I guess. I probably will because I watch Way of Water, so I might as well just go on. But what I'm saying, if you're not, I think the whole simplistic story thing is wearing off. People are going to want to see some.
You need,
story here.
If we keep doing it and the story isn't that, the effects will wear out because now at this point, from Way of Water to whenever he's done, we're not going to get that much of a jump. For one, he's already shot all of it, as far as I've understood it. It's just about editing it and still finishing, little things here and there. And like they still got the post production process is just ridiculous on these films.
Yeah, no, and I mean,
they have like 3 or 4 editors editing the one, like, because I think it was Way of Water. I was looking at some behind the scenes stuff. He was one of the editors, and he had like 3 other people editing this film. So it's crazy. If you look at what they do, it's crazy. But yes, I'm with you. I felt that the fatigue was coming. I haven't even seen Fire and Ash, but I didn't even care about it. And I've been a fan of the other ones. I feel like I didn't even see no advertising for it.
Yeah, it did kind of snuck up.
It just came out of nowhere. I was like, oh shoot. I was like way
So are we going to the Earth Clan next?
The Earth Clan.
If you would call the people that he first met, the Sky People, but not the Sky People, the villains. But I'm saying, because they had the birds. Then they went to the Water Tribe. Now it's this Fire Tribe. I'm assuming it's Fire Tribe. And then
Fire and Ash. So then
now we need Earth Tribe.
Unless,
is there like a ground of Pandora?
Like underground? They haven't
Well, I'm saying they're up in the treetops. Then nobody going to water. Is there like a lower ground of?
I mean, they haven't talked about it. I guess it could be.
Well, no, they were already there because the roots of the tree got backed up.
Come on, they technically are the ground. I would consider them the ground.
I keep hitting the mic. I guess y'all can hear it. Let's a couple things from the chat here. Michaela said we're ruining the movie for her because I'll also talk about it. Casey said sometimes the visuals can be overstimulating. That's how Michaela feels about anime. So fair enough.
That is such a Michaela and Casey comments back and forth right there. All right, so what do you want to touch on next? We don't have that much time left.
Oh, we really don't. All right.
So do you want to look at this Odyssey trailer?
Let's do Odyssey trailer and then we'll close it out there.
Right.
And then we'll have to save next time for
some other
stuff.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer, which I have not seen all the way through yet.
I've only seen it once, so let's do
where did I put it at?
right there to the left.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, all these tabs open.
Today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, Lordy. Okay, yeah, we'll save that for next.
Odyssey, I think we have more to talk about, and then we'll close it out here.
So this is.
Are we?
Oh yeah, let me switch that.
All right.
So it's gonna be so interesting. All right, it's probably gonna be rated R. We already know. What the heck?
After years of war, no one could stand between my men and home. Not even me. promise me you will come back.
What if I can't?
All right, so I have one thing. Oh, maybe just end of it.
No, it's the end of it.
Okay.
You don't do that.
Why the heck is Matt Damon always need to get rescued from something or lost somewhere?
He literally raised me from the dead. Let's take it up. Lazarus.
Oh my gosh.
That
Oh
to
my
me,
Lord.
to me was the corniest part of the movie, right?
That
there. I
was-
love Interstellar. That part to me was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Lazarus.
Lordy.
All right.
Lordy.
All right. One thing I want to say is we have reached a point where Anne Hathaway is now the older mother character.
I had thoughts like crap.
'Cause I'm like, there was a time when it was like, oh, she's Catwoman. Anne Hathaway was like the young,
yeah.
whatever. Like,
Time is passing.
main leading lady. She's still main leading lady, but it's like
Yeah.
now you're the mom.
It's like, well, what
It's
the
like,
heck
holy- like,
happened?
how did we get here?
Yeah, like dang, time has moved.
Um,
Okay, so you talking about the mask? I don't know what the discourse on this mask is, so you can go ahead and hop on that. But I will just say, as soon as I turned and saw the mask, I was like, "What the heck is that?" Like it stood out. It does not look like it fits. Like the
So people are complaining because they're like, well, it's not period accurate, which some people are like, the Odyssey is a myth. Like it's not like
yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
But some people are still saying, like, even so, if it takes place in that time frame, it should still be whatever. People are like, looks like a Batman mask. Like, this does not look like the
Yeah.
material doesn't look right. Like, it's whatever. It does stand out, but I also think that Agamemnon in this story. Here's the thing. I don't remember a lot about Odyssey. I've seen
Yeah, I have to
multiple
reread it.
or read variations of the story. Like, it's been told to death. But Agamemnon, I think, at least as far as Chris Nolan's hand, is supposed to be like a very imposing, like, maybe even. Well, I think Agamemnon doesn't even show up in the Odyssey except as, like, he's already dead. Like, he's in Hades.
That's just, I don't
As like a
remember.
spirit.
I'm trying to remember him in the Odyssey.
And I think people were
don't.
saying that, like, he's not even in it, but I think it's like, and I don't know who's interacting with him, because I really don't know the story of Odyssey that well, honestly. I know the broad strokes, but, so it's probably a flashback.
Okay.
And so I think it's supposed to be like this imposing mythical figure, because he was such a big deal in the story of Troy.
Okay,
You know?
okay.
And this takes place after that. So, I just feel like the whole purpose of him looking different, being in complete black and just being like a scary looking thing, because the reason why this is interesting to me, there was a Netflix, I think it was Netflix, miniseries of Troy that was released that me and
okay.
Casey watched that I enjoyed, and it ends with Odysseus feeling like just distraught over everything that happened at Troy and guilty. And he's going out to sea, and you see the seas getting rough. So it's like, he's about like, but the
That's kinda
series
cool.
ends with him basically selling into the Odyssey story,
Yeah.
and like carrying the guilt of what he had to do and everything. So if I don't know what based on the Odyssey, how he feels about Agamemnon, but maybe he's supposed to be this scary, imposing figure, like forcing his will onto him, or maybe that's the
Yeah.
whole thing. So it's the design of the helmet is in that way, but chances are we're not going to see much Agamemnon in the movie. Or it's going to be in flashbacks, and that's probably going to be a big deal. People really took issue with the way the helmet was designed.
That's definitely interesting. I get what you're saying about it, so we definitely need to just. No, I want to be able to hear more about about it.
Yeah.
The other thing that stands out to me is we don't really get much of anything out of this, other than clips I saw. So we don't really see. So what I'm curious about is exactly what are we talking? Is this like the retelling of the Odyssey? Is it like from a different angle? He said something along the lines of like nothing could keep my men from going home, not even me. So I'm curious to see if it's going to be, what perspective is this? What role is Tom Holland playing? Is he playing his son?
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw him in there. So like, how much of this is going to be showing him out, gone, or is it maybe it'll be like Christopher Nolan always does like the time flashes, telling stories.
It's definitely going to be.
So
like,
maybe there'll be some threads of that, like certain stories taking place in different order. So it is going to be interesting to see, and him do something in this period piece was very different.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like Christopher Nolan's reached a point now where he's just making. And he's always made stuff he wanted to make.
Yeah.
But it just feels different. Like, he made Oppenheimer, which felt like a lot really different for him, right?
Yeah.
And he's doing this. Like, you're doing Odyssey? Like, you're not going to create your own kind of random story?
No,
But it's
that's
like,
true.
I think a lot of times we assign this deepness to Christopher Nolan that he doesn't have about himself. Just because we're like Nolanites. But it's for him, he's just like, I just make movies that I like making. So it's almost like, okay, Nolan, what are you going to bring to Odyssey? Odyssey has been shown in different formats: books, cartoons, movies, TV shows. so many different ways and formats. What are you going to bring to it that's so different that you have to be making this movie?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's going to be the criticism we're going to have with it. However good it is on its own, it's the fact that Nolan is doing it. You're going to wonder why. Like, what is the point of this? What are you doing differently? And I'm not sure he's going to bring something vastly different to it. I think he's just telling the story he wants to tell. And because I like Nolan, I'm probably going to be cool with that. But I can see a lot of people having an issue with the fact of being like, especially with him not being a fantastical style director.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. He's very down to earth, gritty. Yeah. Because that's the other thing. That's a good point. Looking at it, I was like, this is going to be a very gritty retelling of this. So it's like him doing things where there's like, you know, mythical things happening. This interaction
with Cyclops is going to be very interesting.
Yeah. This interaction with yes. Actually, dang, what the heck? I just gloss over it because but Christopher Nolan, we don't see him do a lot of heavy like
and your gods in this. You're going to have what's her name on the island?
Persephone.
No.
Aphrodite, right?
No, the chick on the island that's stuck on the island. It's a C in her name. Why am I blanking on her name?
Oh, Calypso. Calypso.
That whole thing, you know, and the gods and goddesses, because Poseidon and all. So it's like, it's going to be, I'm curious to see. Now, you can do the story of Odyssey without focusing too heavily on the gods, because a lot of it is just the human perspective and the gods impacting his life. True. Now, when he gets to the Cyclops and then there's Calypso's island and the nymphs and all that stuff, there's a lot of stuff there. So I'm just curious to see how he'll do it. I mean, one thing we got to remember is that Christopher Nolan is not like allergic to fantastical or these crazy elements. I mean, that stuff does appear in the stuff that he does. It really does. I mean, even Prestige, you think about it. So he's not it's
always a grounded version of it.
He has a lot of constraint, it feels like, with displaying this stuff. Like in Prestige, cloning was happening and all that kind of stuff, but he has restraint in the way that he displays it.
Right.
And so it's different. And that's part of the magic there. But it's like, will that hurt Odyssey? That's the question.
I'm not gonna say never, but I'm thinking we have 300. We have what was the Clash of the Titans?
Yeah.
So that's kind
Immortals.
Immortals. We have those types of things that when I think of this era, we have God of War, the video games. You know, when I think of this era as a certain way that we're used to seeing it.
Yeah.
That, you know, Christopher Nolan is going to bring his spin to it. So I'm interested. This is the first time I'm not excited. For a Christopher Nolan movie. Wow. Maybe Dunkirk. I mean, I have been that excited for Dunkirk.
No, this is not Dunkirk either.
So, but yeah, I'm like, you know, seeing the trailer, I didn't feel like that was even the greatest trailer I've ever seen. That's probably more of a teaser anyway.
Yeah.
So I need to see more of a trailer.
I think that is his trailer, and I don't think we're going to see much more than that because
you know, you get some nice little Hans Zimmer music going, and you just little drums, and it's like, okay, well that's it.
But the man's got his actors.
I know.
Yeah.
But hey, I'd be like kind of like, all right, we need to branch out. But I mean, hey, I'm in that one to branch out and I do stuff like I want to do stuff the way I want to do it.
Yeah, he got his people.
You know,
want to use. Kane is retired now. He didn't come out of retirement, did he?
I don't know.
Maybe, he came out of retirement.
Maybe he'll make a surprise appearance.
I'm trying to remember. I thought I heard maybe he came out of retirement. Maybe it's for this. I don't know. But like,
Michael King will be like, you know,
use who he's going to use. So it'll be fine.
Matt Damon's happy he got himself in the roster.
Matt Damon. I mean, sometimes you see Matt Damon like Matt Damon, but he'll do very well as the older man suffering.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Odysseus just suffers throughout this movie from beginning to end. He'll do a good job suffering through this movie.
Yeah, do some nice Martian stuff. He did it in Interstellar, you know. Yeah. Matt Damon, I guess. Matt Damon's a good enough actor. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see Anne Hathaway this will be her third film with him. Interstellar.
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight. So yeah, okay. So I feel like whenever actor does a Christopher Nolan movie, it always pulls them up to a level of prestige. I was making a joke. We're going to close out with Michaela. I was like, I really had this image of what's the dude's name who was in Interstellar, the main actor?
Matthew County.
I was like, I have this view of him that is not true because anything else I've ever seen him, he's very like silly acting, except for those car commercials. I thought he was like this cool, rugged dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not who he is at all. I was like, I saw him the first time I for real saw him was Interstellar,
really?
Like doing something. Now every time I see anything else, I'm like, oh, you're more of a comedy guy. And I just have to just accept that's who you are.
The first thing I saw him in was a romantic comedy or whatever. But that's a great movie. We need to do like just a stream.
I'll watch Interstellar. I know that's.
I want Michaela to see Prestige. That's what I want.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what she would say about Prestige.
Yeah. So all right, cool. All right, so that was the first stream. Let us know comments, ideas of the next things to touch.
Yeah.
A little rough in the beginning, getting things right, but I think we've got a flow here, and we just need to do it again as soon as possible.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe we can try weekly, but we won't commit to that right now.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
But anyway, thanks you guys for watching. Appreciate you being here for this ride, and I guess catch you on the next one.
Peace. See y'all later.
Bye bye.